Welcome to PBKC Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, hey, we're live. Look at that. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to
Get situated.
now that
Get
I'm comfortable.
situated.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream here at Palm Beach Country Club in beautiful Palm Beach,
It is
South
beautiful
Florida.
outside.
Yeah, bro, it's like 96 degrees every single day. Summertime, right? Anyways, today is Friday. What does that mean? We all know what that means. It's our Friday deep stack, 10K guaranteed, 130 buy-in. It's been going on since the morning time. What is that? 11 o'clock-ish.
11:15
Looking at my
starts.
clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock. I'm looking at my clock.
That's a good watch.
Anyways, today's tournament did bring in 141. Oh, by the way, I'm Drew. By the way, I don't know if you guys know. I'm Drew.
What's up, Drew?
This
I'm
is
Oktay.
Mr. Oak himself.
Yeah, call me Oak if you have a hard time pronouncing my name.
Oktay
Oktay is not my name, but it's spelled that way.
Today's
It's not bad.
prize pool of $14,100 obviously over the 10K guarantee. So
Not
that's
for an employee.
pretty dang good.
Right.
Employees are different.
We have a $208-ish thousand bad beat downstairs, but let's get down to the action. We'll talk about that later.
208-ish.
208-ish. It's like
208,000.
207.
Yeah.
208-ish.
2777222.
Oh, the 100,000 was implied, obviously.
That's what it's like. 208,000 bucks.
200. Nobody assumes a bad beat is $208.
Oh, that's a bad beat.
Anyways, $208,000 up at hands. We also have high hands all night, every weekend. We got progressives going. We have a royal flush worth $4,000, and we got action. Don't even try. I can already tell this.
High hands.
I can already tell. Is there fuzziness?
That's 5,000.
Test. Look what you did. Oh, fuck, so stupid. I swear.
No, brother.
He did it again.
We did it. All right, take two. Let's.
He did it again.
Oh, Lord.
That's 100% your fault. I'm Drew. He's Oak. Blah blah blah. This is the mistake machine right here, bro. Today's Friday. We're playing 100. We're playing 100. $130 buy-in. Deep stack. 10K guarantee. I wanna. Like I'm balling a fist and shaking it at Oktay right now. If you guys could see me. This guy told him, "Don't forget the mute button's on." He forgot the mute button was on.
Still can't hear you.
Anyways. We got a bad beat. We're $208-ish thousand downstairs. We got high hands all night till midnight. You can't hear anything.
Nothing.
I don't like the fact that
That's not good.
Even without the mute button.
you just need to look up to your left.
That's not good.
Yeah, so go ahead, ball your fist up.
That's not good.
Yeah. But I do hear the buzz. You hear the buzz?
Raised to
Yeah.
11,000. 11.
One, two, check. Broadcast levels are high. No audio. Yeah, they're broken.
Testing. Nope. Testing. Nothing.
Nothing. Check, check. Hello, hello.
I mean, I can hear you here,
Yeah, that's not good.
but it's not coming up on.
Raised to 11,000. Call.
Thank you.
Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. No, but I don't even think
Exactly.
I'm not gonna yell. That'll be awesome.
Check.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Anything coming in? Testing. Not good.
Check.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hold on, what? I keep on talking. Keep on talking like me. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me sing?
That's what I said.
I hear the table.
Didn't even look.
Didn't even look, but I got a club.
Why is that though? Did someone mess with this mic?
Blindfold.
Does
feel
that
like-
change anything?
Make it
Oh, now you can hear. Did that do something?
Does that?
Can you hear me?
At least they could
Shut
just
up.
bring down one of the fans.
Can we get a fan down
Are we
here?
back? Hey, we might be back. Hello.
Right there.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Behind you, one over there, too.
Oh shit!
I don't
You can hear
want
us?
so. Blow it your
Okay,
way.
so hey, okay, we got some technical difficulties. I think we might be good, but if you're in the chat and listening and you can't hear us, let us know, please.
I'm not
Anyways,
saying
here we are melting away in beautiful South Florida, 90-degree weather.
Just gonna let it go. There's a fan behind me. I didn't
You got
notice.
two
that.
of them down here. You don't need no more.
Of our daily 10K guarantee.
Well, I think you got to plug it in, no?
I believe we have 3 tables left. Feature table here, playing down all the way to the finish. However long it
Blow it
takes.
over to those guys, because I don't want the damn thing.
Playing for a top prize of 3,948 doll hairs.
Who started that? Where is that from?
Doll hairs?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Raised to 11,000.
I've been hearing
I know
that.
I didn't start it.
You're
I
not
know
the
I
only
didn't-
one.
I know I didn't start it.
I know you didn't either, but
I just know I've heard it from somewhere, and
Yeah.
it says, like I said, I've been doing that for like 10 years. Bottom of the money, Min Cash is a 15th place
Thank
for
you.
238 doll hairs. Doll hairs. We're in I feel like we're still like, what, 27 players, 26?
Heads up.
that's a
Something
probably
around
good
there.
guess. I
24,
mean,
25
sounds
-ish.
about right.
Check.
Check.
You know what's funny? I saw King Queen for Tim, and then I saw the outs. I said, "Wait, he's got quads."
Whoa, he's got quads, dude.
But it's not always the best hand that wins. It could be
Alan put his name as Driver.
driver. He got that nickname,
He said there was a player who used to play here and just
right?
called him,
Oh,
"Hey,
and Binks the Jack, the
Tim-
driver.
Tim Rivers, the nuts against Mr. Driver.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alan's got a
8,000.
business where he
I
is a
said it
chauffeur.
loud.
So
Right.
he's Mr. Driver.
Okay.
he's still a
8,000.
chauffeur, isn't he?
No, yeah, he does. He does it.
I was about to say.
He comes here whenever he
Now
can.
it's on you, sir.
Oh, it is the nuts, yeah. Tim gonna lead
Gotcha,
River with
20,000.
nuts. About half pot. Less than half pot.
Yeah, with a pair of jacks,
Alan.
you should be
I
able
mean,
to fold.
Yeah, no, but he's got like he's got a bluff catcher at this point.
Nah,
He
it's
loses
horrible.
to an ace, to a pair, or any set, or straight, obviously, and
Thank you.
No,
he might have enough.
no.
No, he might be talking himself into it. I hope he folds. We both hope he folds.
You know, there's that. Oh, hold on.
That folded.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, if any of those knobs look like the right spot.
This is still coming in. Oh, but if it's muted. Yep.
The audio on the mic from the headsets is not going over to Twitch. My Twitch is on and I can't hear anything. Not even the table, not any of the voices.
You can hear us? You can hear us on Twitch?
No, you're on.
Or was she on YouTube? Did she hear us on YouTube?
I like these bluffs.
Yeah.
I like the nuts.
Thank the river.
Yeah.
Hit the river.
Oh.
With the jack.
Okay.
I
Right.
forgot what I had when I bet the turn. I was like,
Okay. And what about the one? Right.
Testing. Testing 1, 2.
there were 22 pairs straights. Weird hands that
Testing 1, 2.
Raise
I
10,000.
don't really like touch knobs at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's no microphone coming in.
Hey, what's up, man?
Testing. Testing 1, 2.
I needed the queen on the river.
We're
Heads
working
up.
through our issues here, but I'm not sure if we've solved them. Testing 1, 2.
All right, so thought maybe you know a quick fix.
Check.
That's why I sent you the pictures.
Bet's 8,000.
And then we
the
Test 1, 2. Maybe I can hear me now.
Headset's right.
We're working on
Yeah.
trying to see.
Oh, I can hear him. Now. I think that might have worked. We'll try it out. If I have an issue, I'll call you.
The screen's working, the TV.
What's up, Jeff?
But it's behind you.
Incredibly low.
Okay.
I can still hear the table audio, like super loud.
There's always something. It's always something.
You played down here before, Jeff, right?
Oh, yeah. The screen's
Yeah,
not
I
working.
did that. Okay.
Here's a test 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Still coming in. The table audio still coming.
Yeah, I understand that one right, but I don't know who would touch these knobs at all. I don't. Somebody coming in here like afterwards, sabotaging the stream. All right, Josh. We'll do the best.
Oh, that sounds better.
Andrew says he can hear us now, so let's
No,
get back to the
because
stream.
we turned the
Turn
table
TV
off.
down. Okay. Sounds good. We got volume. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Bye.
Maybe this will work.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You know, it's funny when people say that I talk so loud and now they can't. Someone muted us. I mean, is that what it is?
It's the podcast, bro. Actually, no. Yesterday was Thursday, so maybe it wasn't.
That's a
So it's gonna be
possibility.
The podcast who presses the most buttons.
Right. Hello?
Here's hoping. We're gonna hope for the best here. I still hear a loud buzz in my headset.
Yeah, that buzz is not going to go away, I don't think.
Yikes.
Okay, so you can kind of hear us on the...
Yikes.
It's better than nothing, right?
This is fun.
Not really?
This is so much fun. Josh needs to come in here and test all this stuff and fix it. It's definitely an issue.
Yeah, I mean...
It's supposed to be like this. Not supposed to be this. Well, anyways.
Is something missing by any chance? Is something...
I don't know. Or something loose, you mean?
I don't know what to say. I mean... I got the volume up on Twitch, but... You're saying it's better on YouTube? Oh, I can hear us. I can hear something.
Yeah. We'll try to get back to the action where Steve raised 10K with Queen Jack off. Jeff gonna defend from the small blind. Flop comes Ace King Jack. Two pair for Steve. Check, check.
Okay, I can hear you. So that's better than nothing.
Yep.
All right, we're just going with that.
Well, when the table audio was on, it was overpowering.
Right,
It was
right.
So that's why I tried to turn it off. And
How is everybody doing today? Stay hydrated. Your pro tip. Dealer switching. We're switching the deck too. Don't you like that when a dealer takes the deck? You're like, oh, I hated that deck. I'm not really as superstitious. I'm a little stitious.
you got that from me,
I
fool. I got that from the office.
It's a funny thing. But I do have this lucky coin in my pocket. I would share it with you, but I can't.
You have a lucky coin?
Bam!
It doesn't look that lucky.
You want to see it again?
It doesn't look that lucky.
Most of the time, we have the chat that tells us, we can't hear you. But today,
If you can't hear us, let us know.
today.
But
they're-
until then, we're gonna pretend like everything is fine.
Yeah, just gonna pretend. It's like living in a chaotic world and pretending like everything is going fine. So many buttons. What's up? What's on your mind?
No. Everything's great.
Mike is all.
Mike is all in with ace 9.
Look at you. Look at you picking up the same cue I picked up. And he wins. Nobody wants to defeat the guy. This is not a bounty tournament, so
That's tomorrow.
that is tomorrow. Saturday. Hopefully the mics will be fixed by then. Let's do exclamation payouts for the people. That doesn't show up on YouTube though, right?
No. You see how this thing right here, it says everything you're saying is only on Twitch.
Right.
And everything that this thing is saying is only this is a Twitch command.
Right.
There's not a, I mean, I'm sure there might be a way to set it up for YouTube, but we don't have that. It's a Twitch command.
Right. Level 11, the blinds are at 2K, 4K with a 4K big blind Annie.
Who put his name as Rokon? How do we have the same players every week and people are still finding a way to mess up these names? I don't understand. We have the same players every week.
At least he's not going with Baba Yaga. 'Cause that was something, huh? You remember?
Baba Yaga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going-
I still call him Baba Yaga
Yeah.
because of that. You mean David Singh?
Yeah. You want to hear a funny story?
I'm listening as I'm texting Trevor that why is this guy's name?
We were on a table at the Hard Rock in a tournament, and I'm on the button, and I jam with ace 4, ace 7, or something like that. And pocket 7 decides to make a hero call for all his chips. This is right before, end of registration. So I hit an ace, but the guy spikes a 7 for a set, and I bust out. Then David goes, "Hey, man, you hit like 50 big blinds. Why are you jamming all in on the button there?"
You had 50 bigs?
Yeah, we just started the tournament. It's right before I ended the registration. So
You had how much? I mean, what was the hand? Sorry, I was kind of.
you're kind of listening, not listening.
I wasn't. I told you, yeah, I'm paying attention.
It was raised, flat call. I squeeze play from the button all in for like 50K or 40K or something like that. It was 50 bigs, whatever it was. But pocket 7 is not supposed to call for his whole, his tournament life. We both had the same size stack. He calls with pocket 7s. He's a hero call. I spike an ace on the flop, right? He turns a 7 for a set, and he wins the hand. I bust out of the tournament. I was like, whatever. I made a move. But later on, I saw it.
made a
Talk
little
about 7s.
50 bigs?
That's what he's saying. So he goes, why'd you jam with 50 bigs, man? You're not supposed to go.
That's a bit weird. You don't think it's a bit weird?
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird when it doesn't work, but
That's like me making. If I'm going to make fun of Zolo for jamming like whatever it was, he had
6-9?
like 60 or 80 bigs, yeah.
that's a different story,
6-9
though.
off then.
He had to go for it, and he's more excited about his name than he is about his results.
He's out there right now doing his thing.
Yeah. He's got
what's it
shirts.
called?
He's passing
Yeah,
shirts
I was
out
gonna
to
say he's building
people.
his brand. I wonder how it's going.
It's got to be going good. I mean, you can't really blow through 100K in a week, can you?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
he can. I know him, his girl, and Rich are out there representing.
No, his
him.
girl's here.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She
I
didn't.
just saw them. I just saw a thing with them.
No, she's here. I saw her last night at the Hard Rock.
Oh,
So she can't be in two places unless she has a twin
Sure.
sister
sure she could.
flying on a Concorde, back and forth.
I thought I saw a post from like 7 hours ago. That was her and him.
It could have been a
But-
post that he recorded on his phone and
Yeah.
he's reposting it.
Could.
It's not on necessarily
No, I
accurate
can't find
time.
it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, you did? You saw the picture of her with her shirt. That was old. That's old news, though.
Sure.
It's old news.
What else, Meng?
That's when he first bought the shirt. It said D-Gen on it.
Set of nines.
Ooh wee!
Top pair for Tim. Let's see if we can get spicy.
Most people check here with a set, but he's going to try to build the pot, and I like it.
There's a blind versus blind hands. Interesting. Blind versus blind hands. I feel like top pair is usually pretty strong in a blind versus blind hand.
Usually. So
Yeah.
he is going to make the call.
Tim's going to appeal to a turn. See what
Ooh, a
develops.
10 would be so gross.
Or eight or queen for giving more outs. 8 is.
Oh,
good.
you called it!
Because I know how this game works, bro. I just think an 8 is a more actiony turn card. Ah, 15 and snap call.
Oh, yeah. I would have bet a little bit more because that board just got wet there,
now,
you know?
Now the jack has to hit the river for max pain.
6. They went check. Steve surrendered. He was afraid once he got called on the turn
I
that
think he's
maybe
check-calling.
he had a
He's
straight.
check calling anything, really,
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he's checking to induce. Maybe.
I think he checked because he was afraid of the straight. Don't want to get busted there. Check calling is right.
Check calling is better than betting and get raised. So
Right.
simple stuff here.
It's a pretty good pitch. What do you think, huh?
Don't laugh at me. I'm present in the moment. I'm still like checking our audio stuff.
There's your all in from Russell. They're suited. That's good enough.
It's not much, but we got audio.
Nobody's complained yet.
Russell
So
all in for a little over. What are the blinds? 2-4,
yeah, 244.
12 or 13 bigs.
244 gets through.
Ship it.
Hey, did I tell you I'm
Nope.
3 for 4 tournament casher this week?
Nope. In 1 week.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Good job.
impressive.
Good job. I gave you the one finger dab.
You're such a hater.
So what are you up like $12 or? What are you breaking even?
A little more
All these
than
min-
that.
All these min cashes.
I'm not the type to brag.
That's why. But you're giving away $100 on Facebook.
Not the type to brag.
Stay humble, folks. Stay humble. Act like it's you're like a little kid who like forgot his first job, dude. That's what you look like right
I'm
now.
not the type to brag, but
Yeah. He's showing me a picture of dollar bills, y'all.
I can retire for a week.
Take all the money to Vegas, huh?
All of it. Put it all in black. I don't have the balls.
Sounds like a great idea. That's a great idea.
You play craps at all?
Nope.
Nope.
I have never played the craps.
It's an easy game to play. Easy wins, easy losses. Tim, on the dealer button, Ace King raises and uses the orange chips. Those are 1,000 each. So it looks like 15K. Rokon with 7s. Folds. So it's Jeff here with Ace 10, and the flop is Queen 4 King, and Jeff's going for it with a gutter ball, and I don't see Tim folding top pairs, so it's a call. So he's like, oh, all right. Still got those jack for now, and just close on the outside. 3 kings. 1 king was good. 3's even better. We knocked out a player. Sometimes you take a stab at it. Sometimes it goes your way.
I'm trying to find something to flex on you back, but I can't find it.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You got more than enough.
No, I can't find it.
Oh, that's good to know.
I have a.
Yes, if you're friends with me on Facebook, go ahead and click that that post, and you can have a chance to win $100.
If you're not following Oktay,
Yeah,
it's a good time to follow.
I'm trying to buy likes. I gotta tell you.
Dang it! I feel like it's got to be in here somewhere.
Aw, man. Don't worry, unless you got a post like Zolo, you got.
Nah,
So it looks like we're down to 18 players, though. That's exciting.
we are. Well, not yet. Not yet.
Not half an hour from now.
Once this table fills up, should be at about.
Thank you to all the people who are watching us right now. A little bit of an audio issue, But we're going to try to tough it through. So thank you for watching. Even though you can't hear us properly, it's okay.
You guys are the best.
You guys are pretty good, you know? I think Alfredo went out to Vegas this week or something like that. What is that from? What'd you steal? Was that the one time you cashed? It's pretty good, bro. Doesn't it feel nice, though, you know? 2K, 4K, 4K. You found it, though. It's persistence.
Took me like 12 minutes. He said the one time you cashed. You mean the one time I won? I told Terry the one time I won. He said no shot. I'm like, you're right. I got second place.
Second place for 30K. That's your best score on Hendon Mub.
It was fun.
But you don't risk, though. I mean, you have a whole chance to go out there this summer. You didn't go.
Requires money.
Risk. You don't need money.
I should say it requires cash.
Cashola.
I have cash.
Jack 8 of clubs folds, and now Woody trying to take Mike out. 16K. He's going to show his king, Jack.
Mike is super short when he went all in with the ace high. It's pretty standard call because Woody's got $300,000 doll hairs.
And he
Ace
spikes
is pretty good.
2 pair.
A running jacks only? Oh my god, I thought it was it. I thought it was running jacks. Mike finds a double with 2 pair, aces and eights, the dead man's hand.
How do you think Nostradamus would be as a poker player? You remember him?
He's probably the best gambler alive.
He's not alive.
He made a lot of... Bless you? Question mark?
God bless. Question mark. He's not alive anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. Nostradamus had a bunch of predictions, like he had a bunch of like basic predictions.
Yeah, the end of the world of predictions that never
he
came
said,
true.
He said like the rise and fall of an empire. There will be a king who is assassinated. Like, come on, bro.
Right,
like,
right. Yeah. It was Chloe. Chloe was the one who was doing really good at those tarot card readings and stuff.
I mean, Cleo?
Yeah, that's the one. Did you pay for
Call
such?
me now for a bumbleclot reading. It was Dave Chappelle making fun of Miss Cleo. Yeah, Miss Cleo. Bro, tarot cards are... I'm not going to get into that, all right? These are all...
Have you done anything like that? No?
Of course not.
No?
Like I said, it'd be like, you're going to meet a person, and they're going to break your heart. Like, she'll tell you that. And some people will be like, oh my God.
That's so true.
Oh my God. That just happened to me. How did you know that?
You're going to take a trip. 3, 9, ace, 8, 9. And
take a trip in my favorite
driver
rocket ship.
wins with queen high. Nice to take down a little pot here. Small blind versus big blind.
Small blind, big blind, check down.
12K small pot.
Played great by everybody.
Sure. There's a scenario, though. That's how I made it to day 2 with a lot of chips. I tell you how I made it there.
This never happened. Go ahead, tell me. You never told me.
I had like 60K in the big blind, and small blind jammed all in on me. He had me covered, and I guess he thought I was going to fold. And I woke up with queens, and I doubled up, and I'm like, hey. So poker's easy when you have queens that hold. Easy game.
Jams all in your short stack.
Yeah.
Steve with ace 10 under the gun.
He likes it.
Bump it up.
He likes it for a raise. Allen folds. Dave makes a call from the big blind, so mystery hand from Dave. Don't know if the cards were in the reader, but
we're going to sweat this one with Steve, see how it plays out. Jack, Jack, 6 on the flop.
Check from David. Steve's hand should be pretty good here. With the big blind calling from any 2 cards, his range should be a little wide. But Dave didn't fold, so...
A little down bet to 7K. It's really good for info. He bet a quarter of a pot.
Right.
Not a lot. It's a very small bet. I feel like Dave has to call pretty often if he's got any type of anything.
Here's a scenario where I say people check the turn.
Pot control.
But I also say it's so hard to bluff when you check the turn and bet the river. You know, like I feel like if you had something and you're firing the flop, you should be firing the turn as well.
I mean, you got to balance in some like marginal made hands in your checking range on the turn. You know what I mean? Like you're not always just checking because you missed. I think
Right.
sometimes it is for pot control. Sometimes you might have a pair pocket pair. But yeah, you can't always check the turn and then expect to win on the river with a bluff. Blah 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 blah. You gotta check it. You gotta have some. If you have a balanced range,
Are you balanced?
I'm super unbalanced.
When's the next tournament? I like to play against you.
I'm probably gonna lay low until the million.
Oh,
in a month
in
from
July,
now.
end of July.
Yeah,
A milli.
stop it. Your boomer is showing.
Bam. How many
Ow.
events you gonna play? You gonna play
What?
all? Yeah, you gonna sell some action.
Yeah. Yep.
You gonna put some packages out there.
Yep. Yep.
Put it on stakes. What's it called?
Stake Kings.
Yeah, Stake Kings. Yeah. 5-8 deuce.
Stake sounds good right now.
All hard Steve with the hard. Dave's gonna fire out here. He's got a 6 for a straight draw.
Dave's open-ended with no heart. Steve has a gut shot with a 6 of hearts. But he's a blind versus blind. I think Dave is just betting because, nobody raised pre and it's a really ugly flop, so he's going to represent a lot of hands here. That could be any one pair and a flush draw type hands.
Man, it
Steve
seems
is
to
gonna,
work.
not want to take it down.
Look at that. Semi-bluff,
400
right?
at the rock this weekend. Yeah, I already fired yesterday, actually. We were just talking about that, but we had audio issues. 400 at the rock this weekend. I saw some Palm Beach people there. Roy.
Roy's now like a tournament.
Roy's
like
a tournament
he's
grinder, yeah.
everywhere.
Roy. I saw Tony. I saw Brian. I saw JJ.
Yeah. GCR, have you fired a bullet, or are you waiting for tomorrow or tonight? Tonight start at 6, right? There's a
It's
flight at
11 a.m.
6
and
and then
6,
2
yeah.
tomorrow.
It was
Normally there's only one on
Thursday.
Saturday.
It's only Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, I
Yeah.
think maybe because there was.
Because
well,
of
it was
3
the-
days.
Usually they start Wednesday, which I think is weird that they didn't start Wednesday.
Right.
Maybe it's not going to be. I thought it'd be a big, over the 200K. I think they're going to probably just barely. I mean, they always hit it. Let's be honest. But skipping a whole day.
Uh-oh. Driver taking a chance here. Ace deuce. Got to find a call for
Well,
sure from Woody.
15 bigs, and it's his button is kind of. That's a cutoff. Oh, Woody with
Queens.
queens in the cutoff.
Yeah.
All right, Alan's going to need some help here. He needs some diamonds or an immediate.
A little bit or a lot?
Well, 70-30 favorite, 2.5 to 1. Underdog.
Woody does have one
Ace or
diamond.
deuce.
Oh.
Ace or deuce now, no diamonds. Oh, only. Oh, ace or deuce still.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Driver is going to go out to the parking lot. Guarantee he's going downstairs right now to play cash. Woody went from what, 300 to 400 now? Roy bagged 81.
That's good.
Yeah, I saw Roy. I went card dead right after the registration, so I just went home after that. I don't know if Tony's in for 1 or 2 bullets. I saw him bust 1 bullet. I saw Brian in for 2 bullets. I feel like JJ probably bagged. Javier.
Uh-huh.
He's pretty consistent with playing a lot of tournaments and doing fairly well at them. I see JJ in every tournament I play it.
Just getting your wits back. I like that one.
Just getting my wits back from my trip out west. We'll head to Dania today and play the Rock tomorrow. What's today? Friday, Dania? What's that, the 20K at Dania?
That's a big one. They really
I know the
going
Friday
on.
one is an okay tournament. I just can't remember. I think it's like a 20K guarantee. I know Dania next week has 100K.
Blinds have gone up.
Maybe I'll play the 100K next week.
You said
I
you would
just-
take it low, man.
I
Which
just
one
hate-
is it,
I-
bro?
I-
Come
I-
on,
I-
man.
I hate Dania.
Yeah.
I really hate that place.
Forget all those tournaments. Come play tomorrow here. The 300, 100K, 310K bounty.
We have a black chip bounty.
Black chip bounty. Those are the fun ones.
Javier top 5 stack. Yeah, bro. Like I said, Javier is very consistent and he plays all the good tournaments. So
We are running the 100K, 300, 100K
2 or
next
3
month,
weeks from
first
now.
week. Yep.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks from now.
July 2nd, I believe Joey told me.
No, because that's the week I'm gonna be gone. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's the week after that.
No.
I'm pretty sure I saw.
First week of July.
All right. Give me a second here.
First week.
Wrong again.
Who, you?
Wrong again.
Who is?
It starts on the, what is that, 12, 11, 10. It's the second week of July, but good job, bud. Multi-flight begins on the 10th of July, so good job, buddy. Wrong again. Why does it sound so low? Finally, we got somebody interacting with, hey, and yeah, we've had audio issues all day. We can't really fix them. Before we had no audio, so we fixed that, but for some reason we can't get the sound. Yeah, our sound is low. We have audio issues all day today, so Oktay, wrong again.
About what?
It's not the first week of July.
About what? The
It's
300?
Ours, our 100K, our multi-flight.
What days
I
it start?
told you, it starts on the 9th or the 10th. The 10th.
That's what it says on the website?
I'm looking at the live stream.
The live stream.
Yeah. So you think Josh is wrong?
I do because I asked Joey, the tournament director himself, and
Josh
he told
is
me
wrong.
the tournament director. I don't think he's gonna lie to me. Why would he say that? Why would he tell me?
Because he hates you.
Because he hates me. He wants to give out bad information to everybody.
Yep.
Well, that's a good thing is that we have a website. It's called pbkennelclub.com. You too can
Don't
check out.
believe us because we don't know anything.
Check
bro.
out the information.
Honestly, we don't know anything, but you guys already know that. Everybody already knows that we don't know anything. Players so bad. Oh, you're talking about Dania? The players? Yeah, the players are pretty bad actually. I played a Dania tournament a couple months ago. It was like 5-way to every single flop, and it was like 3-bet pods that were like 5-way. It was like nobody was folding. It was so crazy. So yeah, probably maybe the worst players in South Florida. Here's a ace king versus short stack Mike jamming for king 10 off. He's gonna need help with the 10. Not good. He needs. Oh, he's open ended. Oh my God, he gets there. Mike doubles up with king 10.
How about that?
Backdooring
and
straight.
you were right though. The website said July 10th through the 13th.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you're
Get away
right.
from me. Get away from me right now, because you doubted me in the first place, and I knew for a fact that it wasn't on the week that I'm gonna be. That both of us.
They
are
won't.
gonna
They won't let you go away. They won't let you get away because of the tournament.
No, I already got approved. I'm just saying I knew it wasn't the week that I'm going to be out of town, and that's the week that you're going to be out of town. Nobody likes you, Oak. Get him, GCR. I wonder if that's Mike.
So
Remember
Ann
talking
says
to
that you can hear me okay, but you can't hear you at all,
You can never hear me.
which is good because
Around.
Andrew has nothing good to say.
Whatever, man. I also don't have the microphone down my throat. Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
king for Tim.
Tim's running good today. I mean, had queens earlier. Oh no, that's a different person. So we have an all-in bet here from Mike, ace queen suited, 73. He's going to find out some bad news that he's in a race-off situation.
Ooh, Mike just got those chips.
Well,
Let's see if he can suck out again. He already sucked out once. Or was it twice? What was the other hand that he doubled up? Oh, no, king no
Ooh.
good, only an ace.
Yeah.
King no good, only an ace.
only an ace. Yeah, king would have gave him the boat, which would have
And
helped him.
Mike
but
doubled up and gave all those chips to Tim.
That's how it happens.
I really hate the buzzing in my ears.
You hear something?
So just like that, we have 5 tables. You need a balance, or maybe we're down to. Oh, we got players coming in. It's possible we have our final 2 tables coming in.
I think they just bring us one player. I don't know if they could balance out the table when
Oh.
you lose a player. So,
We need more.
yeah. It's always nice to have pocket kings and someone jam in on you and for the kings to hold up. That's how you get chips in a tournament.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Saying, I call. Kings.
Put your cards in the box, please. He knows. He's been here before. And says it's mango season in Florida.
Is it mango season?
Who doesn't love a mango?
It's Florida. When is it not mango season?
Oh, that's no, mangoes are really seasonal, like 2
Oh.
3 months, and then they disappear.
A couple weeks ago, me and my girl went to the park, and there was a mango tree, and there was a sign that says "Do not pick fruit," and she's over there like grabbing mangoes.
I used to live next to a neighbor who had a mango tree. He actually put up a fence because people would come onto the yard to get his mangoes.
My mom had a mango tree, and she would fight our neighbors
It's
constantly
crazy.
because they would always try to. I mean, yeah,
You have a million mangoes. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but they're my mangoes, not your mangoes.
Pocket
What if they
threes.
fall on the other side of the fence? Are they fair game?
I think so. Thanks.
Well, at least you
Ann.
got one fan. You got one fan
One's all I need.
and 20 haters. That's okay. You know what's funny? I want all the haters, but nobody will give it to me. I always tell my Alec and everybody.
Pick on me?
Everybody loves me. I don't know. I'm very lovable, you know. Oktay, you're very You're very hateable.
Very
I would
hateable.
say not hateable. You're very dislikable.
Ah?
It's because you're so chipper.
Oh God.
You're so positive.
That irritates you, rubs you the wrong way sometimes.
People wanna. You know, when you're uplifting folk, they want to knock you down, bro. That's how it goes. Flex on the haters, bro.
You know, the
Show them your
sun
$600.
shines every day, and it never complains about it.
Show them your $600 flex, bro.
600,
What was it, 9?
4K.
Stop it.
What?
4K.
A little jelly there?
I don't care, no, bro. Oh, you want me to go there?
Yeah, go there.
I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm too humble.
You show me your bank
I'm
account
too humble.
statement,
It's not a-
200K.
It's not a bank account statement. It's more than 200K.
Good for you, bro. I'm not happy.
No, it's
for
not.
you.
It's not a bank account. I was just kidding. Nobody has that type of money.
Because you would stop complaining about you not having no money.
I want cash. I want cash in my hand. I want $4 grand in cash.
Liquidator.
Let me get some cash. I wish I had 200K.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is fly out to Vegas.
What if we all just walked around with like a number above our head?
Some people would not be here anymore. There was that movie
bet
with
you it'd be-
Justin Timberlake and the whole thing on your arm
that's
and
time.
stuff. And
That was time.
yeah, that's the same difference. So
That time was money, I guess. Do you remember that? Do you remember that poker scene? The poker hand from that scene?
yeah,
Do you remember it? No, like, do you remember it though?
sort of. Why?
So, what's really funny about the hand is that the one dude has like top set of queens, and Justin Timberlake's like, your hand is weak. I call. He calls it like a gut shot, straight with like a 7-high, like 7-4 offsuit type of hand,
Right.
and he gets there on the river. But he says on the turn, your hand is weak. The guy has top set
Right.
queens.
It's a good read.
So yeah, good read. Yeah, you nailed it, bro. It's just like whoever like made that poker scene
Scene
like
didn't know that.
definitely like knows nothing about poker, or like they watched like one TikTok video or something.
Maybe they got the advice
They
from
watched
Poker
like
Pro, yeah.
those satire like poker videos.
It's not the mic, and unfortunately, it's something with our soundboard.
Put your
So,
mic closer. No, we're having audio issues. Like,
Yes.
it's not.
but at least the video is clear, though. I mean, you can see what they're doing.
It is what it is.
I mean, who listens to us anyways? They don't care.
Man.
Steve and Tim, stack size relatively equal.
8 on the riv.
Oh, yeah, Steve got the check mark. He's like, huh? Oh, I had a pair. Well, I got you. That's the way it goes. Where did that saying come from? That's the way the cookie crumbles.
No idea. I think it's from a movie.
No, wasn't it like a 60-minute kind of guy?
And that's the way the cookie
cookie
crumbles. I feel like it's from like a broadcast from
Right.
like the 60s or 70s. No, seriously. Maybe even the 50s, bro. It was like the radio talk show host like before.
See, Ian can hear me, so whatever you say
You're the only important.
doesn't even matter.
You're the only important voice over here.
The blinds are at 3K, 6K, 6K. We are still on the feature table. I believe there's probably 20 players in the tournament left. Once you see the table balance out, then we'll be down to two tables. So I think there's 3 tables going currently. That'd be funny if that fixed just one little snap in and
No, I was thinking of what happened. Like, I can't bring any of these headsets from home because they don't have any of these
the
connections.
prongs. Yeah. You'd have to get a 3-pronger.
I wonder if there's a... I don't see any aux cords that I can plug into.
You have your own headset at home?
Yeah, of course.
Professional.
It's way nice. Well, I mean, these are probably more expensive, but mine's way like more comfortable. and
Right.
Way nicer.
What is that, and how has it been there for so long?
I don't know. I wonder if I plug it into there. Will it work? Probably not. It's not up to the soundboard.
You're off to the WSOP. Guess what? I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. So hopefully
See you next week. Off to a WSOP. Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe bump into Oak. Have some lunch.
Bink a cash, win a bracelet.
No, but did I say that out loud? Did I laugh out loud by accident? On purpose?
There are your chip counts. Woody, the chip leader on this table, 344K. Steve, close second, 271. And Tim, not too shabby, 267. Do you like a 6-handed table when you're playing? You prefer 9?
It's all about adjusting, you know.
What kind of detective work are you trying to do there, buddy?
Testing 1, 2, maybe?
Oh, yeah, it changed a lot.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe you can't tell, but maybe Ann can tell.
Ann just said she's leaving. See you later. She's going to WSOP.
Gone. Gonzo. I don't know if she meant just she's leaving right now.
No, she's packed up her bags.
She's
She's got off to the airport,
one foot
buddy.
out the door, pressing the off button. Goodbye, guys. Pressing the off button.
I can hear that loud and clear.
Well,
Nice
hold
little
on.
junkie there.
Give me a second. Oh, it's not even the right stream.
Of course not.
View channel. How about that? How about now?
How about now?
I'm still super loud.
Nobody cares what you're saying anyways. Dave just putting his cards kind of outside of the box. Don't want to give away any information here.
Dave giving us the Maurice Hawkins treatment. Doesn't want to.
I'm going to watch this guy. I mean, that's kind of, you know, a little 4-10-9. And deuces, Steffi Mo's hand. I'm allergic to you.
Allergic to me? It's more. I have like a cackle. It's more of a cackle than a laugh.
Yeah.
Realistically, my sneezes are very loud and aggressive, so I would also have to step away from the microphone.
See how I did it though? How
So considerate.
I was about to say courteous.
I have learned the times that I've made your ears bleed. I took the headset off when I sneezed with Brian here.
Tim with pocket sevens.
Limp City.
Why do you suppose he just limped in there?
Because it's not in his opening range. I wonder if sevens is a call, eights is a raise. What's the cusp? What's the change? You know, or does he
Very interesting.
limp sevens, eights, raise with nines, tens?
Ooh,
Seven
speaking of
high.
eights, 8th tray 4.
David,
David.
hits an eight.
Top pair.
Steve hits a 4. Tim's got 2 sevens. Woody's got 2 overs.
Woody had 2 overs and folded. No clubs.
Folded a pair draw? That's crazy.
I know. Well, 2 diamonds on the board. Kind of say to yourself, I don't have any of that, so what are my chances of a king, queen being good? Dave just flat calls here. 9 doesn't really change much, but he does check.
We'll put another overcard to the sevens and the eights.
Oh, guess who would have hit a pair of kings?
I told you, he had a pair draw.
I
bro.
know.
He had a fold a pair draw. Check,
Why
check.
would he
David
do
wins
that?
with an 8.
He does.
Although I hate to say it, if Tim raised the sevens, he would have won.
On the river.
Tim.
Oh, Tim. I like his bucket hat. You have a bucket hat like that?
You talking about Woody?
Woody.
Woody has a bucket hat. Tim had the sevens.
Right.
I believe are you being an old man right now? You can't tell the difference between who's who?
No, I'm waiting for you to correct me.
Woody's Woody is known for the bucket hat. That's like part of his his character. Part of his identity is the bucket hat.
I want to get one. And you know how the fish hooks and stuff? Like I'm going fishing?
Yeah, you should. Doesn't seem like your style, but okay.
I don't have a style. I wing it.
I'd rock a fedora.
Do you?
No. I said I would.
Oh,
but
I could see
actually
doing
would
that.
never- I would never buy
Is that Pinky Blinds
I got-
kind of look?
Peaky Blinds. No, those are God. What are those hats called? With the Well, those ones that are like old school, like Kangol hats.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what they're called, but yeah. And they put the razor blades in the back. Peaky Blinder was such a peak television show.
3 players to this flop.
Woody and all the blinds.
6 king deuce.
Top 2 for Tim.
Check to be deceptive. 8. Doesn't change anything.
Well, this is interesting because all 3 of the deep stacks are in this hand. Tim was hoping Woody bet early when he checked on the flop.
Yeah, looking for a little extra action. Didn't
like
get
my
it.
boy Chris Flores. He used to work at the creek with us.
Right.
Every time I go play a tournament, we're in the same time. I've sat next to him like so many times this past couple of months. I just broke my headset. Stepped on the cord, yanked my head. Chris Flores, Mondo. And
Can't make things better, make them worse.
Nah, I definitely. That's probably why all these things are broken.
I think so.
Cords
Just
and kicking the table. You got Mondo, Chris Flores, and I don't know who's in seat 10.
I mean, I don't want to give Josh any ideas, but
What, you think we need bumpers?
no.
We should have bumpers?
If we happen to have our own headset, I would chime in half. Come in with my own
What does that
headset.
mean? Oh.
Because you know what? If it's your own, you take care of it.
Accountability?
No, I'm just, yeah, of course. It'll be just,
Yeah,
like,
for sure. I don't even know how 4 people jump on the mic. Like, we don't even have 4 headsets that are working yet.
on Wednesdays, yeah. Luckily, the
Yeah.
last Wednesday's picks have been 3 instead of 4. So
Because there's a because there's a broken headset. Anyways,
all
we have
in.
full table.
Let's go.
Final 2 tables.
Yep. 2 tables full. 18 players left.
It says Rocco. That's not Rocco. It says Rokon. It's not Rokon.
He's all in though. That's for sure. 54K.
He is all in. His name is Rocky.
Rocky. Remember how good those movies were? Such a simple concept.
The 80s were
And the
a
fact
better time.
that Sylvester
whatever he's got,
Stallone
Tim is
was
calling.
so smart to say that he had to be the star in the movie, or otherwise he wasn't going to
Right,
sell
he wrote
it.
them, didn't he? He wrote them.
Yeah.
He wrote the
He
script.
wrote the scripts, and they were like, they didn't like his accent and
Built
his.
it in.
They're like, we're not going to do it, and he's like, well, I'm not going to give it to you. So.
King Queen versus Queen Jack.
Yes.
3 for a chopportunity. Nope. King Queen.
Clean double up here. Tim could afford it. You know, when you get it in with King Queen high, kind of hope for the best, and that's probably the best scenario. King Jack calls you.
I'm usually up against Ace.
Usually something like that, and Ace wins. Like
Ace Jack or Ace Queen. I'm
Right.
much happier against Ace Jack. At least you got 2 live cards.
You think anyone at the WSOP is watching the stream right now?
Yes. Have you been watching any of the WSOP this year?
A little bit, the clips here and there, not too much. I don't watch.
Well, for me, I don't purchase the PokerGo
Me neither.
subscription. So
Me neither.
the only time I find the PokerGo streams is every now and then they're on YouTube.
Right.
There's a PokerGo live stream.
Yeah.
They did the 250K buy-in high roller. Yesterday was a 25K PLO final table that had like Phil Ivey, some other people who I don't know who they were.
I think I just saw a post that Phil Ivey's on the final table currently in a tournament somewhere.
Is the PLO?
Daniel Negreanu's made a couple of final tables.
Daniel Gunner's been
running
doing
really good this year, yeah,
Bunch of final
so-
tables.
He hasn't won another bracelet,
And,
though.
Well, he got 1 second place finish.
Right.
So it's about as close as you can get without winning one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just in case you want to know the numbers. First place is $3,948. Second place, $2,440. Ninth place is $357.
You could tell from the pretty handwriting that it wasn't done by Miller Oak.
What? That's for sure. That's for sure. Penmanship is not my forte.
I mean, unless Drew put a little heart next to hosting.
It sounds like something I would do, right?
Over his name? I mean, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Not Andrew, just Drew.
Bestie.
been reading any good poker books lately? You've been studying at all?
No.
None of that. You don't
Yes,
need
but no.
it. Yes, but no?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
I told you the last book I read.
Oh.
I'm still reading that book.
7, ace, 5 is your flop here. David with middle pair, ace with top, Tim with top pair, and a 10 on the turn. And with check on the flop, it looks like it would be a bet here. Dave's looking at the bet versus the pot. He's like, do I have enough to call with the 7 as a bluff catcher? Could Tim just be firing? And the 10 beats him anyway, so.
I think David gave up after the flop. Wasn't really not really the flop you're looking for.
Right, with 7-6.
Unless a 4 or a 7 or
Peeled
a 6.
off on
It's the
6
turn. Yeah,
would hit
then
the turn, yeah.
David knows he's not going to proceed against a stack size bigger than his in position. Here we have the chip count. Seems like the average is like 20 bigs. All those numbers in the middle seem to be about average.
Pretty close to each other. They're all relatively close here.
Yeah,
3, 260, 240,
Mondo is
200.
our current short stack. He's still got 6.5 bigs, and his work cut out for him.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Mondo climb back from small stacks like this, so
Right.
never count him out of the race.
And he heard you. He's smiling.
Woody with King Queen suited. Let's see how he proceeds. Just a call.
A lot of limp calls in the early position here, you know. People not trying to bloat the pot. But Tim with queens, going to put in a raise. Maybe too large of a raise here. I don't think he gets any action from anybody.
Woody might still call.
Nah.
100%. Yeah, I know. Me and Andres looked at each other like with the head nod. Like, yeah, that's a snap call for Woody, bro. He folded.
I told you.
Dang it. Andres, where were you, bro?
Dude, I was all about it.
I feel like I've seen Woody call bigger bets with his hands.
Maybe on the final table he makes that call, but we're still not there.
No.
Are we in the money? 18?
No, 15.
Not yet, right? So
15.
we're almost close to the money bubble. That's when things get a little more dicey. 15 spots get paid. We might do a money bubble 16, maybe. This might be the crowd that pulls out $10 out of their pocket.
I was when I was dealing right now, I had a hand where I knocked 2 players out, so and that was turn.
Cool. Some insider information from the side. We're not going to spoil it, though. Not spoiling it for the audience, because that's what they want to see. The suspense. Who gets paid? Who walks away with nothing? Poker, such a fun game. You walk away. This should be like a bell when someone gets the bubble. Bing, bing, bing. Shame, shame. Right. Game of Thrones. What a fantastic show that was.
Peak television.
Hunger Games.
No, that was Game of Thrones.
No, but Hunger Games,
They did too in Hunger Games?
they did the fireworks, right? It was fireworks. That's what it was.
You ever play poker with a jacket? That's a good sporty look, though.
A jacket.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, like a blazer.
What you're seeing right there.
That's way too classy for you or me.
But it's casual.
Is it casual? No buttons, it's just open. No tie.
Blazer.
A blazer.
It says
Laser and blazer and all types of aces.
swinging by the office on Saturday, but I'm not staying. That's what it says.
Andrew, are you okay, bro?
I feel great, bro.
You're
Can't
stressing
you
me
tell by
out,
my
huh?
face?
Your energy level's
Can't you tell by my face?
I don't get it, bro.
I feel great, bro. What do you mean?
Jesus.
I had to walk it off because my butt was falling asleep. Speaking of Mondo can climb back from wherever, he's all in with King Queen suited.
Well, you know, they're good as any other cards.
As long as the big blind doesn't wake up with ace.
Got a
queen,
call. He turns over his hand. He's like, huh?
happens.
Got to put the specs on just to make sure to see what he sees.
What is he 10-8 suited from Steve?
Yeah, 10-8. He's like, what?
All right. 60-40 flip. Come on, Mondo. You got it, boy. That's a good flop. I see a king.
Yeah, it's a really good flop. And 2 clubs, I believe, right?
I think he's drawing dead.
Does he make a flush?
Oh,
Not
he had an
close.
8. He wasn't drawing dead. He had a
Yeah.
10 or 8 for the
Steve had some
confirm.
outs, but didn't get there. And Armando, like you said, doubles up with the antes as well. So nice little pot, dragging in the pot, staying alive.
I knew it. I knew it was going to happen.
This should be a pause when some players all in. Some of the dealers do it. Eric takes it to the extreme, though. He, like, pauses way too long, and I told him that.
Well, if you average it out, he has to make up for all the other dealers who go way too fast.
Right.
Like Justin not too long ago, he was like,
Did he put it out and he go to the camera?
Yeah.
Should have like some dramatic music when it's on all in.
There's a splashy bet there. Just take some chips, put it out there. I believe the blinds have gone up. We haven't mentioned that. They're 4,000, 8,000 now. So the splashy bet takes down this hand. And we're off to the next one. Relatively close in the three players, Woody, Tim, and Steve. Woody had 300K, lost to the blinds, didn't play a hand. Still has 295K, which is a good, healthy stack when you get to the final table. But you're going to need more help if you want to win this tournament. The thing about tournaments, unlike cash game, you can't really wait forever. The blinds will eat up your stack sooner or later. We're at hand number 40 here. Random cards, people just fold. Fold, 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 fold. You should pay attention to that because then when you're on the cutoff or the dealer button, you know, steal the blinds, put in a raise. You just have to get through one or two players. Steve with 10-9 suited. He's going to defend. I like Woody's raise, and I do like the call here from Steve. So, two straight draws in the mix.
two 200K stacks going at it.
Yes, true, too, as well. Oh, boy. How nice. A little bit for something for everybody.
Little bit for something.
A little something for everybody.
A
Little
little
bit of something.
for everyone. Good
Right.
job, Oktay. You're doing great.
No, that's what I like about you. You get to say when I'm going to say something.
Let you know when you stumble.
You're going to tell the people what I meant to say.
Let you know when you fumble.
It's like a good sidekick, you know. Fumble. I ain't playing no football here. No,
It's not even
I got
football
no
season
ball.
Yet. You fumbled.
Fumble. Did
ever,
I
like-
stutter?
Do you ever like mess up like a cut or something like that? Like you go to cut it and the deck just like spreads out. And you're like, I'm like, in football season we call that the fumble. And then you just shuffle, box shuffle, get it up.
I did it, and then like two cards drop, like,
Yep.
and then I'm like, wait a minute,
Yep.
it was on the bottom, so I
Yep.
go back and pick it up with one
Yep.
hand.
If you do it real quick,
Yeah.
nobody should really notice or care. What if you hesitate? You'd be like, dang it, I gotta start over. Don't hesitate. Just go.
Uh-oh. The money's cash is, look, we got
Oh, we're
to
on the
see it.
bubble. We're on
It
the
looks like
bubble
they're trying to
already.
pay the bubble.
Everybody instantly pulls out cash.
Money, money, money.
10 doll hairs.
Are you the person that says no?
Depends.
Depends, really? How inconsistent.
Depends if I have cash on me. Depends what my stack size is.
Oh, Lord. No wonder you don't do better in tournaments. You got a lot of bad
No
karma
wonder
to
you
get rid
don't.
of.
No wonder you don't do better.
I always am a person that pays the bubble. Always. I'm never the person that says no. Never, ever, ever. I don't care if I have $1 million in chips. I don't care if I don't have any money.
I feel like if everybody agrees, like with, I'll not say anything. If everybody agrees, I'm not gonna say no. But like if there's like one or two people, I'll be like, I'm with them. I mean, why not? I'm not gonna convince somebody something that they don't want. But if everybody agrees,
There's
I'm not
two
gonna be
reasons
I'm
why
not
you
gonna
should
be
pay
the
the
one-
bubble. There's
not gonna
always
be
two
the one.
reasons. One is Bubble Boy sucks. The second one is it speeds up the game. You like you don't have to go hand for
No,
hand.
but like I said, I'm not gonna be the guy who'll be like, oh, no way. There's no way.
no,
Because then you're the guy. You're the
That's
guy.
the
You let
saying.
somebody else be the guy.
I don't agree with you on that one. I don't agree with. So
What?
you heard it here first. This guy,
You heard it here first.
This guy doesn't want to pay the bubble, and it takes.
No, I'm just saying I don't care either way. I earn.
Sounded like you
if I-
cared,
if I
and you
bust a bubble, I
love
bust
to
a
jump
bubble.
on
I don't
the
care.
bandwagon of, oh, they don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it.
He's an anti-bubblist.
He's definitely he's definitely not paying the bubble.
Anti-bubble list is funny.
There's a mute on your phone, you know.
You heard it here first.
Sheesh.
Anti-bubbleism. Just say no.
Pay the bubble. I think there's one spot that I'd rather get knocked out early than the bubble. It's just so close yet so far. I mean, what's 15th place? $210. So
238.
yeah, 238. That's
For 130 buy.
yeah. So
But how many hours of
all the work. There's no money in the bottom. It's your money back. It's like a mulligan.
hours spent?
You didn't do a good job, but we'll refund your money. You can try again tomorrow. Ace deuce for Brendan here. Chris raised to 18K, and since you're out of position, just fold. Any tips on improving your game? Any?
I don't even know if anybody can hear me, so what's the point?
It's a one-man show.
Pretty much. I'm your backup cheerleader.
This is what it is when people have those voices in their head and they talk to someone and no one else can hear them. This is what it is. This is what it is.
If you want to get better at poker, just play better.
That's it. There you go.
There you go.
If you want to get better at poker, just play better.
Mhm.
Sound advice.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Don't? No.
And then complain.
And then complain about it when you lose? Yeah. Jack 3, I'm all in. What? Dealer, why'd you do that? Always blame the dealer.
Always.
Never take responsibility.
Sound advice from the world of Oak.
Are the Moneymaker shirts, viable shirts, are still allowed as uniform shirts? Just
For
asking.
us or
Asking
for
for a
them?
friend.
For us? Oh, because Gio got one. I mean, all of our floors rock them.
I would say probably not.
I think Danny wears one pretty consistently. Joey wears one pretty consistently.
He stopped though. I've
Did he?
recently seen him wearing other shirts, and I'm
I've
like,
seen him wear Moneymaker shirts. Like
Yeah.
Not during the Moneymaker.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know.
how do you think that series is going to go without Tony Burns?
How did it go last time?
Sure, it'll be fine. It did. It went off without a hitch last time.
Wasn't he not in it?
Yeah, we ran the show without him, but I'm just saying for future purpose, future spots.
Right. They're down a tournament director. Really, now it's up to like the casino's discretion.
Right.
It's the same but different.
Yeah. I wonder if he still gets royalties. He's not part of the, the whole concept anymore. No shit.
Royalties.
They send them a check, $2.50.
I know Tony was working at some casino in Vegas.
Aria right now. He's in
Yeah.
the Aria, but then when he comes back, though, he's out of the poker business for a while, he says.
Ah.
He said
Ah.
that he's got an office job with a friend of his in a law firm, something like that. But
That's good. He's
he
got
wants to dabble because he loves poker so much. He wants to do something on the weekend, so we'll see what happens. So I'm sure he can find a spot. He's got good
Yeah,
credentials.
we wish Tony the best.
6-4-8 is your flop here. And Armando's got a lot of outs.
7 would be pretty devastating.
He's still in the pot. They went check.
It's a 7. No, because they both have a straight.
Yeah,
That's why I
Steve's
said
got the bottom end, and Armando's got the top end.
Steve's actually got an open-ended straight flush draw to go with it.
Yeah, diamond would be a terrible river for Armando here.
Correct.
Betting 20K. Smart thing from Steve. He doesn't raise it. He just flat calls. A 4. Might slow down. I don't think so. Armando doesn't put him on a set, so I think for sure Armando's going to bet for value here. He's just thinking about the size. 30K, 35K. Yeah, that's a call.
30.
Unfortunately from Steve,
35.
it's a good value bet. Or for Steve, he has to make that call.
He might have to call off here, yeah. I mean, the flush turn is where Armando started betting. The river paired the board. Steve might actually find a fold. Steve could easily find a fold.
Easily? I mean,
Yeah.
you got
Like I said, there's a flush,
there's
which is when Armando started betting. There's a flush on the turn. There's a pair on the river. The river might actually save Steve.
save Steve because of the boat.
Yeah.
You ever put Armando on a set.
Or like a 7-4. Since he started betting the turn.
It's a tough spot because, like
I
you
don't
said,
know if he has to call, is what I'm saying.
I think his little spidey senses are tingling. He really wants to fold here, but I mean, there's so much value in that bet. There's a 119K pot here for 35K. He just has to fade out those nines, right? I mean, any nine wins as a
what?
straight, but I mean,
So like
you
when
can't-
you're getting what? A little bit better than.
oh yeah, 9-5, 9-10.
You're getting 3-1 on your money, 3.5-1. You got to be right like 30% of the time. You think you can win the hand 30% of the time with a straight
Right.
against a player like Armando when there's a flush in? I don't know. It's tough.
You play the player,
I
right?
feel like, yeah. I mean, of course, but again, there's math involved.
There's math involved. I think you always trust your gut instinct.
Good
He made the fold, right?
Steve.
Good fold.
Buddy.
Trust your instincts. I mean, he didn't know he made a good fold, but we do.
I think that's why he folded, because he knew he made a good fold.
It's always a tough situation.
Folded or straight.
And like you said, Armando chipping up, as you say, he always does.
Said never count him out.
It's a pretty good trait to have.
You're very double-upable.
Come in short stack, get a double up.
Double-upable.
You just created a word.
Double-upable.
But
I'm always creating words that are
creating words.
nonsensical. It's part of my
Nonsensical,
forte.
that's a word.
That's a good one. Anti-bubbleism was a good one. Yeah. Anti-bubbleist.
You'll see this in about 15
Let's go. Blinds at 4K, 8K. Armando's like, what's going on here? All right, there's a raise from the button. Takes the blinds down. See how simple that was? Standard play. Raise from the button.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure I just realized they have the names wrong for seats 10 and 9. They have Chris as Lenny. And I'm assuming seat 10 is Lenny, and they have him in as Chris.
Oh. But you know C10 is Lenny?
I'm about to text Trevor.
There you go. We get fixed in half an hour, if they're still in the game. Does Armando play cash, or is he just strictly tournaments? Do you know?
I haven't. I mean, I've seen him play cash here at the at the Kennel Club at the Creek.
Right.
But he's a majority tournament grinder.
Right.
He was playing 2-5 like a couple weeks ago.
I'm surprised he's down in Vegas, you know? Surprised. Brandon with Ace King of Hearts. They're suited. Ace King always looks nicer when they're suited. I think you get a 2% advantage with that hand as well when they're suited. But nobody has anything. And Chris and Lenny both fold.
Yeah, see.
Swap the names.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the names are flip-flopped.
Do you wear flip-flops? Yes.
Yes.
I can see you as a flip-flop kind of guy. I've tried. I mean, nothing, I don't know. Flip-flops just don't work with me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching here is a $130 deep stack tournament, 10K guarantee. We crushed it today. It's $14,000 in the prize pool. Top 15 get paid. We paid the bubble, which $10 a person. So I believe there's 16 players left in the field. First place is $3,948. Second place, $2,440. Tomorrow is a black chip bounty tournament. If you like bounty tournaments, please come and show. It starts at 11:15 a.m. And the second week in July, I believe the 10th through the 13th, we're running our $300 100K multi-flight tournament. That's probably one of the best tournaments that we run here for your money, for the value. The structure is amazing. You got so much play time. You got 40,000 in chips, half an hour levels. It's so great. I mean, the structure itself is a wonderful thing. So I say that for, like, most of the tournaments of South Florida are 15, 20-minute blinds or 25-minute blinds are really fast and the levels go up really quickly. But for this tournament, you have like 2 days of good play with a lot of chips, so you can be patient. And if you're really patient and take your time, you can make some good money in that tournament. So looks like they're taking the big blind. David's going to be moved to another table. Hopefully we'll see him back later on. He's got a lot of chips, so he could make it back to the final table. Looks like we're down to 14 players, so it should be 7-7. Went real quick from the money bubble to 14 players. And when we get down to 9 players, we'll have the final table we would like to feature here. The blinds are 4K, 8K with an 8K big blind ante. And here you go. A lot of the locals that are playing this tournament, this is one of the better tournaments. It's a $130 buy-in every Friday. We start at 11:15 a.m. I think registration closes at 2:30. Might be 1:30. It's 2 hours. And I recommend, if you're not a really tournament player, this is a tournament that you should start with. It's 130 doesn't break the bank. There are open rebuys, so you can buy in as much as you want if you have deep pockets. But yeah, one of those things that if you're just starting out tournaments, it's a good one to practice with. And the payday's pretty good, though, for a $130 buy-in, 4K for first place. That's not too shabby for 8 hours of work. I like it. Even, like, the chops sometimes are pretty good. Fourth place at $1,200, and fifth place right under $1,000. So, good chance that you can make some money in this tournament. You only have to get through, like, 100 players. That's why I say only. I mean, it's difficult to make the money, but when you do, it feels rewarding that you did something right. So, come on down. We're located at 1111 North Congress Avenue in West Palm Beach, right next to the Palm Beach International Airport. Google Maps will get you here quickly. We're on Belvedere. Exit 69 off of 95. What's the problem?
I text you.
Yeah.
Two players have the different spots.
It didn't get fixed until final table.
What do you mean? Oh, you just went back there?
No, but they had. His name is Chris. He's been in C9 the whole time. They had the dude in C10 who I'm assuming is Lenny. They had the names switched. This is Chris. I'm assuming that's Lenny.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Rokon is this guy. It was where Rocco was sitting. So like, bro, these guys are here every week. How do we mess up these names?
That's Gene. I literally
You should know
look.
better, bro.
You could look at the sheet
No, it's
that I
fine.
sent. Bro, just here. Look at this shit. Tell me I did it wrong, and then it can be on me. Tell me I did
Long
it
as his name was in Haywood.
That's what we started.
Yeah, how do you get Rokon? I mean, that's probably a fat finger.
Where's Ro? I fucking
It says Rocco. I know.
Bro,
I'm
this
saying
shit's
it's probably a
ROCCO.
fat finger driver. Yeah,
Bro, this is what we started in.
it's okay. It makes it easier for people to make fun of us. It's fine.
That's true.
People don't care. So.
30 minutes.
Good.
Could have overdone by the
Could be a quick one.
6-way chop.
Did
Encourage. Tell you guys.
I tell you what the bad beat was today? The bad beat in our poker room downstairs cash game, $207,722.
Almost 208. We could call it 208-ish.
So,
Wow.
set of tens turns into a boat, and we knock out a player. So, don't worry about getting his name right. No longer here.
Yep.
Steve hitting that boat.
Goodbye. We don't even know what his name was.
Rocky, right?
That was not Rocco
Oh.
or Rokon or
Rokon.
Rocky. I said that because I'm like, maybe his name is.
Oh, right.
That was the seat Rocco was on, but for some reason.
Ah, I
It's
remember.
Rokon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rocco, shout out to Rocco. He beat cancer, boys and girls. He came in here one day.
Really?
He had the
Wow.
F cancer shirts, and I asked him today. I'm like, hey, what's the current diagnosis? Any updates? He says, yeah, it's all gone. He beat it, so that's great.
All gone.
Great news,
Huh.
Rocco.
Yeah.
Congrats. Shout out, Rocco.
Some people do well with that, and some people don't.
Well, I mean, I think the difference is, whether it's like aggressive and what's it called, malignant, as opposed to like maybe it's confined and benign, which is like
Do you know who
removable.
Deepak Chopra is?
What? Did you just curse at me in another language?
You never heard of him?
I have no idea what you just said.
All right, Deepak Chopra.
I'm pretty sure you just cursed in another language.
I did not.
Reminds me of, there's a basketball player named Legwentz Dort.
No, I did not know
It
that.
sounds like a cursing in another language. Anyways,
Sounded like it was
so tell me about Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah.
Was a doctor. He's now like a motivational speaker,
Yeah.
kind of like a guru-ish kind of person. But in the, you okay there, buddy?
I have ant bites all over my
Oh,
leg. 'cause
Lord.
I went to the park in 90-degree weather. But anyways,
He did this thing though, right?
Deepak Chopra. I can't. Go, tell me. Speak.
Deepak Chopra.
Whatever.
Anyways, he was in this medical thing, right? And they were doing X-rays. They were learning X-rays. Him and his partner, and there was a spot on one of the X-rays. And they're like, "What is this what's this dot here?"
Yep.
So they went and looked at it. Guy had cancer.
Yep.
Within 6 weeks of this guy finding out that he had cancer, gone.
Did it dissipate? Did they treat it? Did what?
Well, the point I'm trying to make Deepak went back a year ago. The same X-rays were identical. The guy had the same. A whole year went by without this guy knowing that he had cancer.
Yep.
As soon as he found out he had cancer, it blew up.
So, what's the moral of the story here? Like, what?
Like, you could have cancer and not know about it and live another 10 years. But as
Oh.
soon as you find out you have cancer, it could spread like wildfire.
Speaking of which, I think Armando just busted.
Oh, no. And as soon as you said that, he made the face. King Jack first.
Well, the button, Mr. Blazer.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, Mr. Blazer.
Sharp-looking Blazer, casual Blazer, made a raise on the button. I mean, the button raise is supposed to be pretty wide, so I think Armando figured that's got to be a pretty wide raise. He jammed King Jack suited.
Right.
Snap called Ace Queen. The flop is the board runs out like 10 high. And
So Armando was playing the
Armando's
player on the button.
gonna
'Cause-
go play some cash.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of which,
He's probably gonna go play the nighttime tournament.
he's going to go hit that bad beat and be all like, yes, I got busted.
Did I tell you about the player who told me that if he ever hits a bad beat, he pays out 50%?
No, you did not. That's a lie.
I'm not going to tell you who he is.
That I don't. Because as soon as a player says that, you're never getting it.
Oh, no, I never expect to give it. First of all, I never expect to deal the bad beat. Second of all, the 1 in a million shot that I give it to the one guy who tipped the highest, that doesn't sound like something I would do.
Right. That sounds right. That sounds about right.
So there's Chris / Lenny. Chris on the small blind. Yeah, I gotta assume that Chris and Lenny names are backwards because I've known Chris for years and he's the small blind.
Yeah, he's definitely not Lenny.
9 deuce versus.
He doesn't
9
even
deuce.
look like
I
a
like I like how he's gonna just take a stab here
Why not?
in a limp pot. Yep.
And it's a funny thing that you say that because you normally, two players with the same hand, the first one that bets usually wins.
Mhm.
Usually. Not all the time, but
Well, it's all about playing the situation. Like the flop comes ace jack 4. Like nobody raised pre. Nobody has an ace.
correct.
So you can
In the
represent
range?
You can
Yeah.
represent a jack here easily. Just
Right.
lead out, see what happens, and then as soon as you grab chips and your opponent is folding,
That's a good
always
feeling.
a good sign. Always a great
That's
sign.
true. That's a good
He was
thing.
literally folding as Chris is grabbing chips.
Wow, they're five-handed on this table. So looks like there's 12 players left.
Maybe we'll be at the final table in no
Real
time.
quick, yeah. Before you know it. It's going to be a speedy one. It's only 5:40 here.
Don't
Hand number
jinx it.
52.
You just jinxed it.
There's no such thing as jinxing.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
I bet
Ask
you.
Gianni. Ask Gianni and ask Trevor because we had this conversation like a week or two ago. As soon as we said, "Oh, this is going by fast," the thing ended at 9:30.
Oh.
We thought it was gonna be like it was just like this, like, "Oh, it's going by fast. Maybe it'll be done by like 7:30, 9:30."
I got an extra 100 in my wallet. You want to bet under tonight? I'll take on under.
You bet your 100, and I will just shake your hand and take the 100. Put it up.
You got a chance. You hit the like button. You have a you have 1 in a million chance. If your name gets called, I'm rolling the dice again. This one doesn't count. Just gonna throw it out. Jack Deuce 6 is your flop. Lenny here leading. So Chris is leading, right? Because we already corrected that. Don't believe everything
Chris.
you see.
Chris.
Look at this. Brenda doesn't believe him. He's half correct. He does not have a jack. checks again, seeing what Chris is going to do. Chris doesn't stop. He's got a foot on the gas. I like the bet on the turn. This is what I'm talking about. If you're going to represent a bet on the river, got to bet on the turn. And it works.
We bet the flop, right?
He did. He bet the flop. But I like to see people bet the flop when they don't have anything or much, and then they go check on the turn. And I'm like, come on, one more bet, and you would have took down the pot. Sometimes your cards play, sometimes they don't. Simple. I mean, I normally don't win with no cards, but I got to try to represent more. I got to get my hands wet.
Actually, I watched Chris play an interesting hand. We're at the final 2 tables a couple months ago, and he ends up getting into a pot with the chip leader, who had like 6 million in chips, when everybody else, we all had like less than 1 million in chips.
Right.
Like me and Chris had similar size, like 600 or 700K. Anyways, he got into a big pot, and he ended up jamming river for like half pot, and he went check call, and then he just open jammed, and like there was like 2 overcards, but like there was a flush draw brick, there was a straight draw brick, and the guy called off with like pocket 9s, and Chris was like, "How does he make the call?" I'm like, "Bro, like, you made a great bet, but it's super polarizing. Like, you either have a bluff or you have the nuts or a bluff. So it's like the guy's got enough chips to call you, bud. Like I'm actually kind of surprised. I commend you for trying. Dude.
Yeah, but don't try to bluff the chip leader.
No, he bluffed with like 4 high. Like it was like he had a 4-3 of spades. You know, he flopped a flush draw, and it went brick.
Right. I always say,
but there's something to be. Yeah, bro. The guy who's running hot and has has 6 million in chips.
Yeah,
like,
he somehow got those somehow.
He's got
right?
like quadruple the average. Like, don't bluff the guy.
Ace King versus King 10 here, and the flop is 8-5 Jack, and Woody's gonna take a stab at it. Why not? Steve's like, God, is my ace high any good here? Could I go backdoor? Queen 10, Ace King on the river. What's going on? That's a pretty good representation. Woody's going to bet here, and Steve, unfortunately.
It was a donk lead into the pre-flop raiser?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know, and it works.
Interesting. Good job, Woody.
As I was saying, Woody's using his table image. You know, those old guys usually don't bluff.
I always put the old guys on the nuts, I swear.
Right. I think we're 5-5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 and 6.
Count. I was just about to say, I'm so happy to see you can count.
We were 5-handed. We just added a player right into the big blind. I bet you he plays this hand, regardless of what his whole cards are.
You're so clever.
People who come to the feature table play the first hand. They always do.
Ace Queen for Brandon Blazer.
Brandon Blazer raises to 22K.
Blazer Brandon.
All right there. Steve F with 9s.
Steve on the big one with 9s.
Yay!
And he's getting short. This is an all or in full scenario.
I told you he was going to play his first hand.
He's got a flat.
Flat call.
Wait.
Wait for it. Wait for it. He's like, I can't just flat call.
Of course. I mean, you shouldn't be thinking about it.
Or he can. Let's see a 9. 9 ace 7 would be a good flop. Oh, there's a 7. 7 deuce 10. Steve looks over and he's all in. Not really afraid of the 10. Brandon does have 2 overcards and got him covered.
So this is known as the stop and go.
Correct.
Instead of jamming pre, because your stack size kind of, you just kind of flat. He could have easily jammed pre, but he's gonna stop pre-flop and go on the flop if it's a safe flop. Now, Blazer Brandon, he's got enough chips to call off here, so 70-30 flip it is.
6 on the turn.
Clubs?
Oh, he picked up a club draw.
I thought the club was coming.
Yeah. So 9's hold up there.
The stop and go Steve.
Versus BB.
Blazer Brandon.
Blazer Brandon.
Is that a pocket kerchief?
I thought so at first, but it could be
like his wallet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It could be something else. Because normally it's in a triangle, and that one's like in a square, so I think it could be a wallet.
Pocket kerchief.
That'd be too fancy. So glow. He wipes his brow when he loses a hand, puts it back in. squeaks his glasses.
Lenny.
Lenny. They fixed the names?
No. Not yet. Not until final table.
Okay. Which is soon.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be any time now.
Anytime.
Really?
Oh,
okay, so now he's
yeah.
got more chips and he's willing to jam. That's interesting.
Looked like Steve was just got the raise out there before Steve's chips were out there. He's all in. Nines again.
Steve jammed before Steve even finished his raise.
Right. Wire
And
to wire
Steve-
nines.
Then Steve showed Steve his pocket nines.
Different play, huh?
So Steve beat Steve.
Steve beats
with
Steve.
nines. Steve beat Steve. Anyways, yeah, different play. Interesting.
It is interesting.
Same hand, different play.
A lot more chips now, though. It's like,
Jamming
yeah.
Versus. I guess I think I just learned something here. You know, jamming pre
Mm-hmm.
with a hand that's worth jamming pre, but like you don't want to jam pre because maybe you want to see, as opposed to having what you know is the best hand, pocket nines, and having enough chips for fold equity. Maybe he just knew he didn't have fold equity
The first time.
the first time.
Yeah,
correct.
right.
So if you got no fold equity, try to see a safe flop. That's interesting.
It
But it
is-
worked out.
Yeah.
It's only interesting because it worked out. I feel like
I was about to say,
I would hate to like call with pocket nines. A flop comes like queen 7-4,
And
and
then
then
you
you
just
kind of really don't
fold.
know where you're at.
Right,
Because
yes.
what if he has ace king
Right.
or ace jack?
right. Like
And then you have to fold to the overcard.
right.
So I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's only good in scenarios where you got a safe little flop. I don't know. It's interesting. And now he's got another hand here,
Uh-huh.
sixes.
Yeah, on the button now. He raced the 24K and got to take down the blinds though. So that's 3 in a row. That's pretty good. Big blind, small, and button.
He came in semi-short.
Yeah.
Now he's got like what 150, 200K.
Whee! This poker thing is easy.
Spin it up. Spinny, spin, spin.
Look at that smile. He's like, yeah, I'm winning chips. Yes. All my life, I've waited for this moment.
All my life I've been searching for something. Something never comes, never leads to.
Do you play
nothing.
music that gets you pumped up and stuff?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, do you really?
If I need some motivation,
Yeah? You just crank on a song that gets you in the mood?
System of a Down is pretty good. Or like good to work if you're gonna work out and you need some music to like pump you up.
Well, workouts, I'm saying for poker, though. Yeah. Try
I
to.
listen to music.
Anything
My
that calms?
playlist, no.
Nothing.
Yeah, my
no.
playlist is like it's as wide as my range, bro. It's 100% of the field.
You know, speaking of wide ranges, whatever happened to that employee tournament that we were promised?
That was never promised.
Coming with the
That was our idea that we put out there.
coming
that
with the new
was-
refrigerator.
That was never promised.
Ace 10-6 on the flop here. One of these two guys flopped the top pair, and he's gonna
so
bet out.
Lenny did, even though it says Chris. did.
Chris, aka Lenny.
Right. It's interesting. It's hard to. You know what's funny?
Huh?
He
A lot of
doesn't-
things.
He looks like a Lenny.
This guy?
This guy.
Yeah.
And the other guy doesn't.
Doesn't look like a Lenny
doesn't
at
look
all.
like a Lenny.
Right.
Looks like a Lenny. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like when you get cracked up.
I do be cracking
V-pip.
myself sometimes.
75%. That's because he just moved to the table and played all 4 hands. So his
He's got-
VPIP should be 75%.
He played 3 hands in a row, won them, and then just folded one hand.
Right,
So
this one.
the math be mathin'. He's played 3 out of 4 hands.
And he's going to play this one. Why not?
Sure. Sure.
They'll never see it coming. Ooh, the blinds have gone up. 5K, 10K. I always find that interesting. So I heard this philosophy, right? So in a tournament, one thing you can count on for sure that's to happen all the time. Position. The button will come around, and you will be the button in an orbit. You might not ever get good cards. You might not always have a good stack, but you'll always get good position.
Where did you hear this?
What do you mean, where did I hear
Where
this?
did you hear this?
From
You
a
just be
poker
making-
pro.
You just be making stuff up.
No, it's true. 5-9 Jack Deuce 7 is your board, and Steve gets the check mark with a pair of 9s. There are 2 Steves that are right next to each other, so
You just noticed that? You didn't notice when I
I
said
did.
Steve beat
Steve
with
F. Hello.
Steve showed
Yeah,
Steve?
I know. God,
Captain Obvious.
you're so smart.
You're the Captain Obvious.
We'll call him Blue Hat.
Blue Hat Steve. BHS. BB. Are the blinds 510?
Yeah, that's what you said.
I feel like the blinds are going up quicker than 30 minutes.
They are quicker than 30 minutes. Yeah,
So
the Friday tournament's never
This
been.
tournament's always been 30-minute blinds.
No, hasn't it?
Sure.
No, it hasn't.
That's why it takes forever.
No.
Sure it has.
You know, I'm going to check the structure because
The reason I know that is because when we came back
I'm
from break and started the
capable.
live stream,
it was a
I
half
took
hour.
I took it. Yep. I took a 20-minute break, and when I came back, it was 20 minutes into the blind level.
Ooh, Jack's on the button. I like this hand. I like the position.
Dash on the button for Lenny, Chris, Lenny. No action.
No action. Well, something's better than nothing.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Jacks are funny, bro. When everybody folds, like I get angry, and when everybody calls, like I get angry.
Super angry.
I get angry.
That's great. If you were wondering when we're going to have the 100K multi-flight, it's going to happen second week of July.
Oh, you sure it's not the first week, bro?
Not the first week
Oh,
with
I know,
July
bro.
4th.
I know, bro.
Enjoy your Independence Day. Independence.
Oh, July 4th?
$20-minute blinds, sir. 20-minute blinds.
It's impossible.
Duration.
How does it say 21 minutes left? How do you have 21-minute blinds with 20-minute blinds, silly boy?
Because that's probably just, I don't know, the break.
You're a silly fool.
I'm reading what I just read.
And that's the second time today you read something wrong. You said the tournament.
Oh, no, because it starts at 20-minute levels, and then at level 7 goes to 30-minute levels.
That makes more sense. But 7 levels, there's more 30-minute levels than there are 20-minute levels. And we never see the 20-minute levels, so how would you even know that there's 20-minute levels?
Because the structure tells me so.
How you find a way to be wrong every single time you speak is crazy.
It's only next to you.
So you're saying you're right when you're not next to
When
me?
I'm not next to you.
I don't believe it.
That's okay.
What's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting a balance? 6 hand? Oh, 5 and 5.
5 and
We're on
5.
the final table
See ya,
bubble.
Blazer Brendan. Why are you laughing? It's supposed to be in a bad mood.
Bro.
Why, bro? Why? Do I entertain you?
I'm never in a bad mood.
Never. Never stressing, never
I'm
in a
just
bad mood.
always jaded. So therefore,
Steve racing from the button. Taking down the blinds. That's a good 25K added to your stack. It's not bad. You ever just randomly go all in blind?
yeah, all the time.
I wonder you have such a great tournament history record.
I don't think I've ever done that in a tournament.
Ever.
I don't think so. Not that I can recall. Seems like a dumbest.
Try
play
something
possible.
new. Try something.
Seems like the
Try
dumbest
something
play
new.
possible.
What could happen? What's the worst that could
I
happen?
should try it. Just like read. Just like do it straight off of reads.
Yeah.
Just like look around, and if you see the big blind, like go like this.
Right.
Just like just jam
Just
it.
jam.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then he reverse tell flips over aces. Reverse tell, fakes it.
The best one is when they call. Okay.
I love this one.
the
The shoulder shrug.
shoulder shrug, right.
Shoulder shrug call.
And then the third one is, I gotta go. All right, guys, time to go.
Mhm.
Really?
Gotta go. Time to go.
My boy, Blue Hat Steve, is doing great.
Yeah, he's won 90% of the hands since he sat down.
Yeah, came in a short stack. He's got over
Literally had, like,
260K.
I think he had 40 or 50K.
Yeah. It's a double up with 9, so it's pretty good. Versus Ace Queen. You got to survive those races. You got to survive a flip. And looks like they're on a break because he got out of that chair real quick. Or he's got to text his wife, I'm in the money. We going
Nobody else-
Outback, baby.
Nobody else is leaving. I'm going to assume we're not on a break yet.
Yeah. Assume.
No, I said soon.
Soon.
There's a break coming up soon.
Woody. Woody's playing very consistent. I like the way he plays. All hearts, 8-9-5. Chris
Flush
flopping the joint.
For Lenny.
Lenny. Do you check there? I check, right?
I check
I
all
check.
the way to the river.
I check there.
I check
100% of the time.
1,000% of the time.
Yeah. See, some things we agree upon. All right, there's only very few things we agree
It's
upon.
rare, but it
That
happens.
one we do. I like it.
It's rare, but it happens. There's literally no reason to bet the flop.
Ever. Unless you know that person is like 100% gonna call you regardless of whatever his cards are.
He did raise pre, right? And what he called the extra 15. I still think I'm checking 1,000%.
You're not building a pot. You're just gonna win the pot right there.
Either that or I think maybe I'll just bet like the minimum. No, I think you think even that looks strong, right?
It's just a check. It's just like I'm never getting value here. Unless a person has a set or something better, you have all the good cards. I mean, what is he gonna have? I mean,
It's final table.
it's the final table. That commercial for the microwave was probably one of the best. I mean, genius.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Creativity. I think it's a Geico commercial.
Just wake me up when it's over.
Okay, folks, while there's some downtime, we'll go over some things. There is a progressive that we're running all the time, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the whole month. Right now, we have a Royal Flush draw in spades worth $4,000 if you get dealt a Royal Flush downstairs in the cash game. In spades, you'll win the high hand plus an additional $4,000. There's several other progressives that we have. I just know that one's the highest one of all of them. They reset Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If they don't get hit, they get rolled over. So the Royal in spades has not been hit since the beginning of the month, and it's now at $4,000. The Bad Beat Jackpot, $207,722. The losing hand is going to be quad tens beaten by anything better, quad jack, straight flush over straight flush. The losing hand gets $103,500 or something like that. $104,000 to the losing hand, and the winning hand gets 50%, 25% of whatever the jackpot is. So I would say that's about 55, something like that. No, 54. My math's a little mathing. And then if you're dealt in the hand, you get the last 25% dealt in. Everyone who's dealt in the hand gets a percentage of the bad beat. So we got that. We have $400 high hands every 15 minutes. And the progressives, and then at the end of the month, I think it's June 28th, Saturday, June 28th, from 12 a.m. to 12 midnight, we're giving away $15,000 in cash. It's every 2 hours, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 a.m. You have to be in the building. All you have to do to get your name into this raffle is win one of the high hands during the period before the 28th. So every day we're doing high hands. From 9 a.m. to midnight. If you get a high hand, you get a free raffle ticket. You can win more than one time. I mean, it is possible. So get your tickets in here and win some free money. That's all I can tell you. Looks like we got the final table. They're readjusting seats here. So we're on the final. We made it to the final table. Where'd you go? I thought you were doing a Chris Zillow impression.
Try to describe that to the chat.
Yeah.
No, that would be this.
Is he a wrestler, though? I mean,
Degenerate X was a wrestler from like the 90s. G Generation X was
that makes sense then.
Triple H, X
Right.
Pac.
Did you see his interview?
No.
He did an interview, but
I
didn't
know.
get posted.
I
So
know.
he
I
posted
saw that he
it.
posted, but I was here. I wouldn't watch it while on
Right,
stream.
right.
But I have some time right now.
Look, it's Andres in the box.
He said something about the back of his head.
He did. He said, "When you see the back of my head, you know I'm dealing." I mean, did he know that we had headphones on when he was talking to us?
Didn't even notice. No.
Switching around all the tables here. Look, David made it back. I told you David make it back. He's in seat 1. Hopefully you got the names right and the right chip counts here. I see a couple people with some stacks of red chips. The yellow chips are 1,000. The red chips are worth 5,000. So we probably have a new chip leader with almost 400K in chips. It's always interesting. Final table, you got to reacclimate yourself to new players and how their tendencies are. Sometimes when you're on a table, you get switched over. You spend all your time creating an image, and then you get moved to another table. You're like, God, now I have to start over again. We are located 1111 North Congress Avenue in West Palm Beach. Why are you laughing at that?
Nothing, bro. You're doing great.
You're funny.
Where are we located?
Right next to the airport, Palm Beach International, PBI. It's conveniently located. I mean, not really from the turnpike, but from 95. You're like literally 10 minutes away from 95. There are your chip counts. Ooh, 600K. Wow. 600,000. And David picked up some chips on the outside rims of 588. The hamburger. We got the McDonald's character here for 315. Steve, Blue Hat Steve with 277. Woody, 260. Josh, 242. Relatively close stack size. I mean, Bruce in the commanding lead here. Your blind levels at level 14 are 5K, 10K, 10K. Let's see if all the players will obey the rules. Please put your cards in the box for a couple seconds. And the action has started. We're off. Shuffle up and deal. The cards are in the air. Congratulations, everyone who made to the final table. Ninth place gets paid $357. First place up top, $3,948. Almost $4,000 for first place. Not too shabby of a day. First hand, pretty good first hand. Ace King, gonna raise it up.
Don't act like anybody can hear me.
I can hear you pretty clearly. Nobody has anything to contend with, and Ace King's gonna pick up that pot. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. You can do all three. Cost you no dollars.
It hurts. It itches. You got 3 bug bites all in a row. Ding, ding, ding.
They got ointments for that.
I stepped in an ant pile.
Of course you did.
I only got 3 bites. It's pretty good. Have you ever been in an ant pile like long enough to get like your entire leg full of ant bites?
No, never.
I have. That was not fun.
Why would you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Steve coming raising from the button is going to take down the blinds. In position, like I said earlier. Oh, there it is. Do you worry about the mid caches, or are you just trying to take first place? I mean, is it always like one or the other? The pay jumps aren't too heavy. I mean, 357 if you wait a couple spots. 6th place is 736. 5th place is almost 1,000. David takes down the blinds. Walkies. Sometimes it's nice to get a walk, especially when the blinds are up there heavier. This is our daily Friday tournament. I mean, weekly, I should say, not daily, but our weekly tournament Friday. It's a 1:30 buy-in. Starts in the morning, 11:15 a.m. There's a 2-hour registration and the break, so I think you can come into a 1:30 late reg. 141 entries today, 14,000 in the prize pool. First place, $4,000. Those are the facts.
What time is it? Half an hour from now.
Yeah. At 6:30, there'll be some interesting viewing.
6:37.
Yeah.
I watched his Olo interview. I know why they didn't air it. Because of his name. Because he says it like out loud.
Yeah.
And he does this in front of the camera. There's no way they're going to be like, yeah, let's air this on. There's no way.
So if you're saying if he was a little more professional, it would have been aired? I mean, the interesting
Zolo
part
is a funny character.
the interesting part is true though. The reason why he did it, which was kind of funny, and they're trying to
Just to be himself and be a character and to make a name.
yeah, and they had to re-update because they thought they were like, oh, we fixed some of the glitches, but they forgot the one glitch is that you can change your name in the app.
Well, he
so.
said the reason he changed his name is because he didn't want people to like look up his handed mob and see.
Right, see who he is and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's actually pretty smart.
That's what I was saying. Like, that was
Yeah.
clever. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
I didn't even think about that. If you have your real name, they'll just be like, oh, I could check this kid out and see if he's trash or not.
Right.
Oh, he's got some scores on his belt.
So Steve raises and Bruce defends. So we have King 7 versus
No.
A6.
Steve limped and Bruce raised.
Oh, that's what happened.
But good job, Oak. You're never wrong.
I'm glad you were here to watch that, though.
You know, it's funny. I didn't watch. I just looked over. I saw a limp and a raise, and good job, buddy.
Good job. You know, you don't tell yourself that too often enough. Doing a good job.
Don't break your arm. Pat yourself on the back. I hope they can hear the
You heard it.
patting yourself on the back. This guy. Hey guys, is the volume low or is it me? Both my devices have turned way up. Yeah, no, we're having issues all day.
It was worse. We kind of made it almost acceptable. But thanks for chiming in, Seth. We do appreciate it.
It's kind of why I've been quiet today.
Yeah.
I'm letting you do all the chatting.
I've been doing a lot of chatting,
You
that's for
chat
sure.
enough for the both of us.
Oh, brother. You know, when I came in today, I was like, I'm going to let Andrew do all the chatting today. But it is what it is.
Nailed it.
Oh, there's an exposed card, and Andres, the dealer, showed everybody.
Hey, look, Lenny on the big blind.
Whee!
See, I know
Got
he
the names right.
I know he looked like a Lenny.
Right. The promotions are pretty good, though, for the weekend. You think about it.
Sure,
$400 hot hands every 15 minutes, plus the progressives, plus the bad beat,
sure.
plus the jackpot.
The best promotions in South Florida.
Well,
Name a better one. Name one.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Because you can't.
That's not true. But it's pretty good, though. For a poker player, there's a lot. We're offering a lot.
I'm pretty sure there's no other place where you got 3 ways to win.
3 ways. And Woody's got ace-jack. He's going to try to win with this hand. Middle position, right? Early position +1.
Who, Woody?
Woody.
It literally says under the gun.
It literally does. Where did I see the +1 part? I don't know.
When are you ever correct, bro? Like, it's so hard for me not to make fun of you.
Why are you making fun of me?
I have to because
No
you're never right.
way.
Why do you think the chat's always on top of you?
Never right.
You're almost never right.
Almost never?
I'm going to go ahead and say you're way more often wrong. It's okay, bro. I still love you.
You don't love me at
You're
all.
still my boy.
There's no love
Well, I
in your
don't-
tone of voice
Well, I don't
at all.
dislike you.
That's good news.
So that's a plus, right?
9, King 8 is your flop here.
Check the Bruce is going to fire. He's going to represent.
You're on the dealer button. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Get raised.
That's the worst.
It's not going to happen this time.
No, when it works out well.
When it does work, it works 100% of the time.
It works like a charm. It's always good when you're bluffing that the chips get pushed your way. Feels good. Makes you want to do it more often. Just want to give a shout out to all the people watching today. We are having some mic issues. That happens sometimes, you know. Human error. But we are doing the best we can. The good news is the visual is pretty good. I mean, you got the cards have been really doing a great job. You see how the players are doing. The yellow white. The orange chips are 1,000.
Oh, I thought you made a racial joke.
The red chips are 5, and the yellow chips, we do have some yellow chips on the table. They're 25K. So do you change your aggression if the table is tighter? Do you actually become more aggressive?
What?
What?
Do I adjust to a table?
Do you adjust to
Yeah.
the table? Yeah. Because it seemed like the table's been pretty tight. 2, 4,
Doesn't mean
10.
you raise every time, but like you should be making more late position moves when you realize that players are not defending their blinds or if they're playing a little tight. And yes, there's a specific instance. I was on a literally the day one bubble,
Right.
and we were four-handed, so the blinds coming on very quickly.
Right.
And I noticed that everybody was tight,
'Cause
and
they
I had the
wanna
chip
be
lead.
more- yeah.
So I raised like 75% of my hands. I chipped up from 400K to like 550, like almost uncontested. So yes, you have to be aware of the situation and be able to. And I would raise pretty well. If somebody 3-bet me, I just folded. Like it was really, but then I just went back. Like
Right.
they weren't even like. I think I got 3-bet like once out of like 20 times. A 20K turn with 22 buy-in. Oh, he's on club 2. Good job, Rebel, punting. It's okay. Every now and then you got to punt, bro. You know you don't know unless you try.
Seth is in the top right-hand corner. Huh? What?
It's the final table, Seth. 9 players.
Right.
If you can hear me, I don't even know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but you're not important. You're a non-issue. But yeah, if the table is super aggressive, then no, you're not gonna like.
No.
If it's a one raise and I'm folding ace jack, like I'm folding probably king jack suited and pocket
Right.
7s, 8s, stuff like I don't know, like with a lot of action behind and a super aggressive table, you do have to tighten up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dave.
It's a little harder when you know it's harder to see flops. Then you got to tighten up. Dave, you were saying?
I sensed that because he just raised 2 big pots there and he's taking it down with an aggression.
Did he have any hands?
No, and I was
Right.
saying like, so.
Dave seems the type to adjust.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it seems pretty good.
Not surprised.
Right.
This does seem like a conservative lineup.
Seems that way. That's what I'm saying. Like, most people just play their whole cards. You know, it's not like I know what you have, and I know what you think I have, but you don't know what I. You know, there's no leveling of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody's doing that here. Funny story. I'm pretty sure Hamburglar. His last name is Hamburger, like Mr. Hamburger. And
Right.
one day we just called him Hamburglar, and he liked it. So every time he tells us
Hamburger.
I'm Hamburglar.
He's going ham. He raises here. 27K from the dealer button with pocket 3s. Take down the blinds. What did I say earlier about being the dealer button?
Always raise.
Never. Always not.
Always raise.
Always be raising from the dealer button.
Rebel punted with queen 10. I mean, what, you're on the button. Other player flopped the 10. Yeah, people don't fold top pair in online, bro. Even a $20 tournament, that's not that cheap, but it's also not too big. You never know. The other guys, no, I'm just saying, like, I could Imagine some dude's just like, I have queen 10, I'm not folding. I have top pair, I'm not folding.
Yeah, those tournaments that are free rolls and stuff like that are kind of hard to get people to play properly. Just
22 for 20K. Was it like early in the tournament? Was there still re-entries? Because, you know, ain't nobody fold in the early stages. Steve, Blue Hat Steve, he's back. He's raising. Here's Lenny.
mm-hmm. Same hand, like I said earlier. Usually with people with the same hand, the first person to bet.
Here's Burglar.
Uh-oh, and Woody on the button with
Hamburger's
Ace
got
King.
fours, yeah. Let's see what he does with Ace
Some
King.
people don't like Ace King so much.
That's crazy.
I know.
I much rather, like, I would prefer it in a tournament as opposed to a cash game.
Correct.
There we go.
Ha-ha.
Woody makes a correct assumption.
A man after my own heart, Ace King, all in. How's that funny?
Because you said a man after my heart. You're cute.
What?
You said a man after my heart.
Man after my own,
Talking
yeah.
about Woody jamming with Ace King, like you got all excited.
Yeah, that's a play that I would do. Let's go, Woody.
The way to Oktay's heart, Ace King
Jam.
jam all in.
And that makes Steve fold the
3-bet
sevens.
Jam.
Yeah.
Steve is never calling.
No, I mean, he's like, gosh,
Goodbye. Yeah.
shows. And he shows there because he wants to see Woody's, and Woody's going to, all right, I'll show you too. It's a quick way to get someone
It's
to
such
show.
a snap fold from King Jack though. Like I mean, Steve literally did like just go and kind of fold like.
Yeah. Made him, trying to
it
make
is
a
snap
move. And
fold. I think anybody who doesn't do that, he's overthinking things.
Seth and Rebel going conversation-wise.
King 3 off. I shove pre-flop, less than 10 hands in. That seems like a punt, but no matter how you look at it, this seems very punty.
Unless
think-
your name
I
is
think
Jessica,
I could've
do not
folded.
try that at home.
No, that was a 4-bet.
King 4.
Or 5-bet.
Oh, it's much different.
4-bet,
than King
5-bet, whatever it was. That's. Yeah, but Jessica's really good at getting there. So.
Well, you know. To be good at this game, you got to catch cards. It's
you
easy.
Just got to get there. That's all.
That's all. Simple fact of poker.
He only had me covered by about 3K. Yeah, but are you like trying to steal the small amount of blinds? Like you said, it's the first 10 hands of the tournament. What's the point of jamming? Or maybe you were short. I don't know. And if you're short, then yeah, these guys don't fold. They're like, oh, I got 3K behind. They don't care about having 3K behind. Not everybody values $22.
That's true too as well. So the smaller buy-ins, you know, people just play so recklessly.
Bro,
it's fun.
I've seen so many people playing terrible in the 400 buy-in.
Oh, this week or recently, yeah.
There's something about the early stages of a tournament where people just don't care about money. It does seem that way.
Those who have it usually are the ones who don't care.
I don't know.
Normally you're correct, and normally that's the whole thing, though. So what I would say is that don't be so caught up in the results. Sometimes it's going to happen where someone's going to call you light, but ultimately you should be making the same correct plays in situations and not concern yourself about the results. I think more so when you play proper poker, there's times when you play the right numbers, and just be happy that you put the money in, you know. Level 14, the blinds are 5K, 10K. Big blind ante, 10K. We're on hand number 75. Moving along. Hamburger, 7s here. The funny thing about tournament poker is that if you bust from one tournament, there's always another one. Next week, or tomorrow. Tomorrow's tournament is a black chip bounty tournament here at West Palm Beach. PBKC, Palm Beach Kennel Club.
You jinxed us. Remember I told you?
I didn't jinx anything.
You jinxed us.
What time is it? It's only 6 o'clock. You run the show for a little bit. See how you like it.
6 is folded, and 7s versus 5. Flop is ace, queen, queen. Hamburger with checks. Steve checks behind. Club on the turn. Check again. He did check already. Yep. Steve check behind. Queen on the river, giving both players a full house. Nobody likes a flop turn or river. And Blair's going to bet anyway. So he might just call here out of curiosity. Yep. Looking like. Okay, here's my question. You have pocket pairs, say fives or lower. You call an all-in when you are pre-first break levels? I think, personally, I would need more info than that. No, I'm not just calling just because I have a pocket pair. How many players behind? How big is my stack? Like, no. I would... Calling, I think, is the worst. I mean, like, if I get short stack, like, maybe 20, 30 bigs or below, then yeah, I would jam with 3s, 4s, 5s. I think calling is not as good, especially unless you have like a read on your opponent, like you know he's super loose. Because I mean you're flipping most of the time. Now you go with ace carrying queen and you call with 5s or less. You get mad at the call? No, I'm never mad. No, I wouldn't get mad at the call. I just think it's harder to call with 5s than it is to make the move. Right, okay, let's say the button shoves. The button shoves and like you're on the big blind with 5s, like that's a likely, there's no action behind, sure, that's easier. That's easier to maybe call there. I mean, you're still pretty sure you're flipping as long as they don't have 6s or better. Let's say you're under the gun. If I'm under the gun, in the early stages, I would probably open with 5s, and then if it goes, somebody just jams all in, I'm probably gonna fold. I mean, because you have a guy who's jamming all in against the rest of the field. No, under the gun, I'm personally tighter under the gun than defending the big blind versus like a late position open. All right, your turn.
UTG. What do you mean my turn? What are you talking about? This guy is something else. This guy, he's like out of a comic book. Andrew.
I would like to throw my phone.
Oh, boy. The chat is quiet for a little while now. Active. Always appreciate people showing up. If you're watching at home, thank you very much. I mean, it's important to us. You know, the more the merrier, the better it is. Everyone plays differently. Sometimes, you know, things work out. It looks like an all-in string bet, but he did say all-in, so. And it gets through, and he's going to show. So look what I have. I have ace-queen. That's a strong hand. I think ace-queen. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, but it's a strong hand. I like it. It works for me. It works. I like ace-king as well. Some people think the hand is overrated. I recently did well in a tournament. I had it like 4 times, and all 4 times they held up. I won some good pots with it, some small pots, but still. I was 4 for 4. Felt good. It's a premium hand. You definitely should play the good hands. And if you're running decent, you know, good hands equal good results. Sometimes you go card dead and get impatient, but you always have to say to yourself, when it's your turn, it's your turn. So, I mean, poker is a game that both skill and luck play a factor. Patience is one of those things, and aggression is another. So you got to be aggressive in this game. It should have a no-fear attitude. It looks like some of the players are getting up, so it looks like this is going to be the last hand right before the break. And Dave's going to try to take advantage of it, knowing that some players already left the table. And when the players do that, when there's a break, it kind of gives you like the green light to take advantage to steal, and that's what happens here. Dave puts out a bet. Going to take out a hand. Chris over there with ace-6 going to fold as well. So that's how you win the last hand before the break. And Dave becomes our new chip leader with that hand, 696. But right behind him is Bruce with 639. So Lenny holding down the fort, 10 big blinds, 102K. And we're going to take a quick little break here. We're going to probably do some handemony. And handemony is showing some hands from previous streams that we had that were pretty exciting. And then we ourselves will take a little break. You can go get a snack, stretch your legs a little bit, come on back in 10 minutes, and we'll be back.
Sell here, gonna raised up to 6,500 with the King 9.
He's been opening a bunch, Basel. He's been getting a bunch of really good cards. As you saw, he had the Ace King suited. Before that, he had a bunch of pocket pairs.
Maybe heads up to this flop. Deuce 3-5. Neither player connecting. King high of Basel still in the lead.
A diamond there, one diamond on the flop.
Check, check. Another diamond.
The power of the back doors.
This is where I'd expect. I was going to say I would expect the bet from Paul there in a way. I went check, check on the flop. Now you pick up the.
Right.
But
And imagine a call, at least.
What's the bet here? 8K into 17.
Raise. Nice.
26,000.
Wow.
Okay.
It's another way to play it.
It is. It's going to get through, too.
All in.
Oh, is it going to get through?
Wow.
Whoa. What did we just see there?
Wait a sec, man. Is that even possible? What?
Small blind, big blind.
Wow.
It's a hell of a play. He had King 9 there. There's the blind versus blind here. We're going to see Mike limping in with the King 5 of clubs, and Georgia will happily check the 7 deuce.
Yeah. Oh, she flops gold. Wow. And now Mike's going to lead
and
into her.
even better, Mike's going to lead in. He does have a flush
Oh,
draw
that's
here.
true.
So
That
this
is
is
true.
an action flop.
Yeah, it could be. She just says, okay, I got, and then she whispered in his ear, I got a deuce. She
her
leaned
coming
in.
over the top.
Oh, no! 7 deuce for the boat. This is one of the hands. What hand were you on?
Wow.
This is crazy. I don't know. What number is this hand?
Which shows up in a little bit. All right, we got 10,000 bet here. Georgia's standing up just to make sure she sees
she's
what.
like, that is what I'm looking at. That's a 7.
No, I know, but it shows in the beginning of the hand.
She doesn't raise. Lets him. You know what? Let the player dunk off of the rest of his chips.
And look at this small betting by Mike here, too.
Right. All right, she said enough is enough. Yeah, he calls. How can you not fall through there? Oh, man, 7 deuce. He's like, what in the world? I got eliminated.
That progressed a lot slower, too, than I thought it would. It like kept betting like 5,000, 10,000.
Small blind versus
but
big blind.
eventually it gets all in as we imagined it would there with full house against second nut flush.
And he's still stunned about it. He's like, what? That's a revolving chair for sure.
Yep. That's Thomas first here. He's well, Thomas is first. He'll fold. Now we're to Israel.
Right.
Well, look at what Diana's got behind him. Kings for Diana.
King, yes. Let's get max value here. She looks at the clock where the blinds are at. We're at 3-5. I want to get value, 15K. Oh, never mind. All in. No value at all.
Yeah, she's still, blinds at 3-5-5.
Oh, my God. New
Whoa.
player sits down to aces. He says, I guess I call. Cooler City. What?
Wow.
Is that even legal? Oh, man. Brutality right there.
What a table change for David right now. Still going to have to hold up here, but great shape.
6 tray 7 flop it sure is.
Spades, though.
Backdoor spade for King
Diana.
Spade. Brick on the river
7 of hearts.
Good
So
game,
David going
Diana.
to knock out Diana there.
You know, sometimes in a tournament you wait all day for kings.
Yeah, that's what they call the definition of a cooler there. Aces against kings.
Yeah.
Not much you can do.
No, nothing you can do there. I mean, even if they saw the flop, it gets in the same way. You know?
Oh, 100%.
So
It's all right. We're gonna get there together.
I don't know if I'll ever get there, Terry.
I would say starting stacks or average stack
60?
right now is probably 60.
Yeah.
Give or take. We could go
Yeah,
up.
if you
We,
go
we could go up and look at the
half the
screen,
field.
but you
No,
know,
I was going
we're
to say
not-
the screen's there, but that's
No.
it's
We're
not
not doing
really
that.
accurate.
too far.
That's
It's too far.
30
not
minutes
doing
into
that.
the future.
Mike on a limp, 9-8 suited. Adam right behind him with a pocket pair.
I'm not sure. I think that's a little too early position, especially with Mike's stack size to
I
be
would like-
calling
I
with
like-
8-9 suited.
Listen, man, at this stage of the game, I like the raise or fold method.
Yeah,
If it's-
100%.
If you want to play it, just make a little raise, and if you don't want to raise with the hand, then just fold. Unless, of course, Mike is balancing in some monsters.
Airborne
which I kinda
Ranger.
don't know if he is.
Oh wow.
Airborne Ranger says
Speaking
we're
of
in better shape
monsters-
today. 34 left at the second break yesterday. You don't have to tell me. I was there.
Incoming 3-bet from Ryan. Or not.
Hello?
Very sneaky flat here from Queens on the big blind.
Wow,
This
he
might
got
actually
lucky
work out
with
for
that
him.
flop.
Yeah.
Nothing on the flop. Great
This
news
might-
for
and a-
us.
Oh
and a
wow!
check.
Look
He
at
was
the check.
Full trap mode from
That
Ryan
is
here. Yeah.
that is an impressive trap.
So, if you're trapping pre and you're trapping on the flop, do you check raise here or
100%. Yes,
I mean,
this
yeah,
is the time.
I think
Yeah.
this is the
the
perfect time.
If he's got aces or kings,
for
it
the
is
check
what it
raise.
is. But this is the one.
There's no way you can. Yeah,
Oh, he's going big.
I mean, there's
I feel like just all in. Why even put in like 35? Just get it in.
when you have like 40 or 50. Yeah. Or you could do. I mean, I guess you could do like a small
is-
raise to like 25, which you still have your stack.
Yeah,
and
but then you're gonna let in all the flush draws in for a cheap price. I mean, this has got to send in
Here's an
alarm
all-in.
bells for
then we're gonna have a snap call. And Ryan is gonna be huge favorite here.
Gino says, "Oh, now you realize you got me," but in fact, he does not. Gino, you can't always be right, buddy.
Yeah, Gino's always right sometimes.
Deuce on the turn.
And a very trappy play from Queens pays off for Ryan. Max value on a 7-high board. Queens versus 10s.
I mean, it's a good trap.
Keep it on. Note it, but maybe it's not. Note it, but maybe it's not going to be in the top 5. Maybe. It's a pretty. It's an interesting play from Ryan here. Very trappy and very well disguised monster Queens on a 7-high board. It
couldn't have
really
worked out any
for him.
better with that flop. I mean,
Correct.
7 deuce 4. I mean,
7-4 deuce.
You know,
10's never folding. I mean, there's a lot of flush draws and maybe a top pair A7s that maybe Ryan could be check raising with.
All right, folding around. Rich probably wishes he was on a Poker After Dark right about now. I was joking, Rich.
oh, he's showing it. He's showing it. The whole reason he's doing it so he can show it.
So he can show everybody 7 deuce.
Yep.
That'll be sick. And he's got Mike thinking about it.
Oh, Mike's calling. Mike's for sure calling. He is out of position.
Ladies and gents, here we go. We're back. I have my mouth on. Anywho, back to the final table here. Friday morning, 10K guarantee. No casualties as of yet.
Well, the blinds have gone up, so maybe some of the action will be induced. 10K, 15K, 15K, so 40,000 in chips and blinds and Andy's just waiting to be snatched up. And Steve's going to show the ace. And if the card was pretty good, so he shows it as well. Normally it's ace rag, but not that time.
I didn't fart. Oh. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. back to the old Andrew.
Better than-
Whatever makes you feel good, bro.
At least you weren't here the day I was burping in Brian's face.
I am very happy about that.
That's Stephanie's fault, bro. She gave me Colombian food. It came back like very
Quick? Your stomach was rejecting it? Tum-ta-tum-tums. Pocket nines, we've seen those good. Those hands were good earlier. Chris all in with nines. It's a good play. And it looks like they got to get through here. Oh, well, he gets a flip here. Woody's going to make the call, and he's got ace-queen. Looks like ace-queen.
Does he have ace queen?
So, Chris at risk here, 95K.
King queen. Yeah. Chris flipping for his tournament life.
Oh, it's king-queen. Okay, so there's
Wow.
a 6-9
Set of nines
set
with
of
the
nines.
flush draw.
Right. It's not over yet.
Oh, brutal.
Ouch!
And
Oh, ace for the
board
boat!
on the river. Whoa, buddy.
What
Whoa.
a roller coaster ride of
What
emotions.
a run out.
Yeah. Never over till it's over. Look at there. Nines full of aces. Well, the Apple Watch has that little heart monitor thing.
Oh, it's 637.
And?
That was the hand that they all yelled about.
Oh,
Remember,
I
it said
remember. Yeah, a lot of
637.
action. You're right.
Good Lord, what a dramatic roller coaster run of a hand. What a,
Hits the flop, loses on the turn, right back into the river.
well, I mean, a set against a nut flush, the nut flush on the turn, and a river paired the board.
And Woody kind of
Crazy-
smiles about it.
crazy
He's
run
like,
out.
yeah. You need those runouts. You got, your good hands got to survive. And sometimes when you're behind, you got to suck out on the
Bro.
river.
Hands like that are just bad for your heart and your blood pressure, you know?
You meditate at all? No? Never tried it?
No.
You should try it.
Nah.
Just pick it up. It might help your game a little bit.
No.
So what you're saying is that you don't want to improve your
Nope.
poker at all?
Nope. I'm punting. I want to punt just like Rebel. King 3 off. Punting.
Oh, speaking of punting,
Go on.
there's a prop bet with Rampage Poker. I think I want to say it's only 10K that he makes a profit. And Chris Moneymaker chimed in and said that he's not going to do it. So
What's the prop?
I forgot the details on it, but
Great story, bro.
what? That there's a prop bet? You know what Rampage
I
is,
know
right?
Rampage, right?
Yeah, he's been running bad lately.
I know he's been running bad. I think
Yeah.
he said he wants to quit.
Yeah.
Maybe not quit poker, but he's going to like quit the World Series this year because
Yeah.
he's already been doing really bad. But
He dunked off $1 million in cash, playing
Wow.
super aggressive, trying to compete with Mariano and
sounds
stay with his
punty.
pace.
sounds punty
I wish I had $1 million to punt off.
for punting.
Dave's super aggression here takes down this pot. I like Dave's play. He must have read another good book. I wonder what book he read. Be aggressive. B-E, aggressive. It's working out for him. He is the chip leader. Putting the chips to good use. Showing you how it's done. 5, 6, 7. He's close to 800K. Must feel good.
You can't hear me, and I have a buzzing in my ears, bro. Like, God, this day is not frustrating at all.
I didn't say a word. I felt so defensive.
You gave me the look. I know that look. I can hear your look. I can hear it.
Good read. So I was thinking about playing tomorrow, but I'm a nighttime person.
Punt.
What do you mean punt?
Go punt.
You don't think I'll bag?
I hope you don't.
I hope you don't.
I hope you don't just go card dead for like 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate
Here's
that.
an all-in from Lenny.
Here's an all-in. 92K.
It's gonna get one through.
The power of the
Actually,
all-in bets.
He's kind of already in for 40K.
He wants to count. He
Can
wants to
he-
see the math.
Yeah, getting 3 to 1.
52K more to call.
3.5 to 1.
Half my money's out there. He makes the
Yeah,
call.
Like I said,
so
you're kind of committed at that point, bro. You already put 40K in.
yeah, he was hoping
52K
for.
to make 170 something. You're getting 3.5 to 1.
He was hoping that Lenny had 2 different cards, but. Oh man! What's his 6 doing out there? It's almost impossible. Jack 6. Needle was 6 on the river.
Running
full.
aces or running 6s was the only way for Lenny to lose that one. So Steve is now a bit on the short side. We got Steve Woody on the short stack, less than 10 bigs.
Not that
Chris,
Steve, the
Josh.
lost. He's still got 193K. The other Steve,
Oh,
the
yeah, the other
125.
Steve.
Yeah, the Steve with his hand on
So
his.
Steve, Blue Hat Steve,
Right.
still got 13 bigs.
Correct.
Took a bit of a hit, but he still got 193K, as you said. So we got other Steve. We got Tattoo Steve. About 8.5 bigs. Woody's super short. Chris, Josh, and Blue Hat Steve all have 13. Even Lenny's got 15 bigs.
How come you and I can't go runner like I seen Daniel runner? He goes threes, runner quads. Like.
You ever seen the Ace Deuce suited versus King's hand?
Yes.
That's
was,
actually
yeah.
that'll never happen to either one of us.
That's just crazy.
For sure. That'll never happen to either one of us ever.
But it also helps when the table like kind of roof lays like Ace. Oh, Ace on the river. And boop.
They were calling out cards
Yeah.
like that would be just bad beats.
Right. I think it was 2 years ago, the World Series.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? What?
I was gonna say the flop was King 8-8, and they were calling for 8-8.
Right. 8-8 would have been possible,
Running
and when,
eights, quads
instead
with
went running aces, 4 aces full.
That's also
That's
insane.
nasty. Hamburger with kings. I love this hand.
I dealt a hand. Was it last week or this week?
Yeah.
It was top set versus bottom pair, kings versus ace 9, and it went running
9-9?
aces.
Oh.
It went running aces.
Jesus.
Sorry, Lindsay, if you're listening.
Oh, no. She is by far one of the best high hand tippers there is in the room.
Her and Mac, they're great
Yeah, they're
because
great.
I think they believe that they make money otherwise, that the high hand is kind of like
I've heard that
I'll call
from
it
them.
dirty money.
Yeah, they
It's
said
like
that.
not
Right. That,
legitimate money.
correct.
So,
that's great.
yeah,
There was
Mac is really cool. He'll give you a large portion.
Right. And then there was one time.
Juan told me he has like a random number generator.
No.
And so like the random, it could be like 25%, 50%,
Right.
blah, blah, like whatever.
Right.
And whatever it comes up was like that's how much he'll tip.
No way.
Yeah.
That's fun. There was a time where Lindsay tipped me 100 on a 250 high hand, and one of the players go, "What'd you do that for?" And I looked at him like,
"Mind your business."
I know, like, what are you talking about?
Mind your business.
So I didn't say anything
None of your
here,
business.
but when I saw him
I'll
somewhere
say
else,
something, I'll be like, "None of your business." Mind your damn
I
business.
said something to him. I go, "What is wrong with you?" He goes, "What?"
Mind your business.
Exactly.
Ain't none of your business.
Yeah. There's no such thing as over tipping your bartenders, waitresses, and poker dealers.
If she's cute, all over tip.
That's normally the stereotype.
Bartender or dealer, all over tip.
Oh, Woody waiting for this hand all day
Well,
long.
He's got aces, he just jams.
Just
Well,
jam it. Smart play.
He's got like 4 bigs.
So I might call him.
The
Like
blinds are what?
threes,
The
Bruce
blinds are
might call him.
10-20.
Yeah, Bruce might call him. Bruce put it at 40K there, so it's 45 more to make the call. You can even see aces.
snap
You're
call.
supposed to snap. I know it's.
You're getting 4 to 1. You're supposed to call either way. Yeah. Even if they show aces.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you're one of those situations. You're
If you
pot
understand-
committed.
Some people really don't understand that aspect of the. Actually, a lot of people don't understand that.
Right,
aspect
the
of
math?
game, But here we go. Yeah, if you're getting 4 to 1, even if you know you're 4 to 1 underdog.
5, 7, 10 is your
Spades
flop.
are no good. 6-4 maybe.
4.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Ooh.
Anyway,
Well-
spade run out is really good for Woody because he's got the ace of spade. He's
Luckily, Woody
here
had
we
the ace of
go. We're gonna
spades.
double up all the short stacks today.
If Woody didn't have the ace of spades, let's say the ace of hearts and aces.
That'd be a sick run out.
Oh.
I had that exact hand happen to me like 2 weeks ago. Guy made a terrible call on a king high flop when I 4-bet pre, I jam flop, and he 10 calls with 9s.
Wasn't terrible though. He won the pot.
I 4-bet. Oh, you know what? You're rage baiting.
I was trolling right there.
You're rage baiting, sir, and I don't appreciate it. I almost fell for it too. I fell for the rage bait. Dang it.
Yeah, it's okay. Dagnammit. So my recommendation to help your poker game is to try to meditate.
Play better.
Nah, you can't play better.
Just play
You
better.
can't play better. Just meditate. Get all those dirty thoughts out of your head.
Phil Ibe's first final table of the World Series of Pokers ends with a 1-2 punch.
I saw that That's what I was saying. He was
2
final
hours
table.
ago.
Yeah.
That was the PLO. Because I was watching it last night.
All in here for Steve here, pocket tens.
Steve, as we said, he's probably at like, what is that, 5 bigs?
Yeah.
5.5 bigs. So.
Everyone else folded.
All right.
And the other Steve was in the big blind.
Get about 2 more bigs.
Little credit there. He showed you tens. I wasn't stealing, folks. It was legit. It's a good hand. Hey. Jinx, stop. Take your fucking look at you, bro. Oh man. Somebody stop me. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go over some of the things I already went over earlier. The prize pool today, $14,100. First place gets $3,948. Second place, not too bad, $2,440. We are 9-handed here on the final table. It's a $130 deep stack tournament, 10K guarantee. We run this every Friday unless we're doing a series of some sort. And speaking of series, the second week of July, we're running our 100K tournament. That's a beautiful tournament, such great structure and value for your money. Eventually the blinds will get you, so don't even worry about it. It's still early. I mean,
only one player's busted in the next half.
This guy. Try to meditate, Andrew. Again, if you want to know where the location of this place is, the Palm Beach Kennel Club. This is streaming live in West Palm Beach. We're located right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport, PBI. It's located 1111 North Congress Avenue. But if you punch in PBKC in your GPS, or even the Palm Beach Kennel Club, I'm sure it'll still punch up the address and it'll get you here. But if you're out of state and you want to fly into the international airport and then just Uber right across. You could actually walk across the street if you wanted to, but it's so hot and humid in Florida. I would say take a cab or Uber. And we're located, we're actually the hours on the weekends, Friday and Saturday till 5 in the morning. We open up 9 in the morning every single day of the week. Our high hands are till midnight. Our bad beats all the time. The bad beat jackpot is at $207,722. So the losing hand will get half of that. And I think my math is correct. It's close to $104,000. And then 25% goes to the winning hand, which has to be better than quad tens. And then anyone who's dealt in, you can't be out of the table. You have to be dealt into the hand. They get the rest of the money. They split it up. And it's a nice payday for everybody. And it's been over a year since the bad beat's been hit. You might be able to deal it.
One of the smartest things I've ever seen a player do was he was racking up his chips. He was under the gun. He said, deal me in.
Didn't look at the cards.
Didn't look.
Right.
And just mucked. I'm like, why'd you do that? He's like, in case of bad beat. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
That's genius. If the bad beat hits, you got dealt in. That's brilliant.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I heard of a player leaving the table, another player coming to the table, getting dealt into the bad beat. So
I would vomit all over. If I was at the table, the player
Right.
that just left, I'd probably vomit all over the table.
But you know, if the player was there, it wouldn't have happened anyways.
Yes,
There's
I
like
don't know.
the law.
You can never tell. You just don't know. It could not have. I mean, you're right. Maybe it did. Maybe it don't.
Like that's the worst time to go to the bathroom. Bad beat gets dealt, and then you have to come back and plead to your case that if
Please, guys, everybody throw me
just
$100.
chip in a little bit, please. There's always that one person. You know, it's true if he was here.
I would cry.
Here's a story.
Did I tell you I have jumped out of a seat that, like, within less than 5 minutes later, it got dealt $55,000
No.
bad beat?
Oh yeah.
Like, their half was $55K.
Down before Hard Rock was built, I was
think I
playing
cried.
a classic.
Cried myself to sleep that
The
night.
bad beat was at a 540,000 bad beat. 2 hours after I left, my table got hit. But I was there for 11 hours.
2 hours is a long time.
Yeah, my friend calls me. Where'd you go? I'm like, what? You want me to sleep here? What the
Gross.
That was gross. That was the closest I ever come to a bad beat.
I would cry. Cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. 2 hours is a long time, right?
It is a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even say, like, oh, I almost, not like I said, 5 minutes is like 5 minutes.
If
like,
I just left
yeah.
I'm in the parking lot, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
The worst needle ever. Jack ace 9 is your flop here. David flop top pair. He's going to lead out to the bet. And Bruce has enough of this guy betting all this time, so he's going to call with a pair of 9s. 4 on the turn changes little. It went check. Bruce is going to fire out here. I wonder if David checked because he was worried about his ace being any good, or he checked to trap. But he makes the call. Interesting. That's a good safe river. Deuce. And went check, check back, and look at that. David's going to pick up this $250K pot with ace 7. And the rich keep getting richer. If you're in a tournament with Rami, he's a chip leader, and he says he doesn't chop, but he wants to chop with you, do you take the chop?
If he's the chip leader?
Yeah.
And we're what? We're heads up?
No.
Just like you're at a final table?
Yeah, 6-handed.
He's a chip leader.
He's a chip leader.
He just happens to be like, let's chop it?
Yeah.
There's more factors than there's. I mean, like, yes, I'd be happy to win some money off of, because you're getting free money off from Rami from one of the highest percentage, like, final table to win ratios, you know, like, but I don't know. I feel like
how you feel?
In the moment, bro, I could
take down the chip leader.
I might feel very stubborn. I might be running really good, really hot. Maybe I don't. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't chopping. I think I spit all over the place.
Right.
But I might just, like, I don't know.
If you're one of the lower stacks, let me put that information.
You should be more likely to want to chop if you're a shorter stack. Yes.
Yeah.
There's also other factors. Like, the reason I did a 3-way chop that day was because I needed the money, and it was like a 10K
so
difference.
Key.
Yeah, like,
so
if I don't need the money, like, I want the trophy. Like,
okay.
If I don't want, if I need the money, then yeah, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up right now.
Right.
If it's significant money, I'm happy to chop.
It's interesting for one person, like $1 million means a lot, and for another person, $1 million means nothing.
46 players ponied up $250K to play a tournament.
Right.
At the World Series of Poker this year. So,
yeah, the $250K.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure none of them are playing for 100% of themselves, but still.
None of them?
Those guys, I'm sure not one of them. I'm like, maybe, okay, you know what, there is like a, what's
Daniel
it called?
Negreanu, he probably put up on.
He for sure has percentages of himself bought out, for sure. I think so. I'm almost positive. But I'm saying, like, the only people who would probably have 100% of themselves are, like, those billionaires. Like, I don't know. I mean, Bill Perkins wasn't there, but, like, Shakurshi's another one. He's like a tech billionaire or whatever. But other than that, I don't know.
Right.
I can't imagine any of those guys who are professionals. They sell pieces of it. They sell pieces because it helps, you know, like, alleviate the.
Of course, the cost. Yeah.
Cost and.
You should wear your sneakers today. You're running around a lot. I tell you what, it's kind of like one of those patient, like you're wondering who's going to bust next, but nobody's made a move here. We're still 9-handed on the final table, and we've been here for, like, I want to say an hour or so. Sometimes the action goes by quicker once you get to the final table and the blinds go up, but everyone's been very patient on the table. No one's gotten out of line. David's sitting with a nice commanding chip lead here, 846K, in the driver's seat, as they say, patiently waiting. 2 players are in the hand. It says David's in the hand, but he's not. Oh, he has his hands right there. See, I didn't even see that, his cards. So, looks like Lenny bet out here, king, queen, and Steve jammed all in with ace-9. David folded his 9 deuce, so Lenny, who has king high now facing an all-in bet, might make that call, or he might fold. I mean, he's got 9% chance to win, and he makes a good fold there. Now you're happy?
That was the best thing you've done all year.
Oh, Lord.
That was by far the best thing you've ever done. Maybe in your life. Anyways, it's really hot today, bro. Jeez.
You know what? Downstairs in the cash game, the room is pretty cool, though. I was down there. Yeah, I walked around. I was like, the AC's working. Pretty good.
We have AC?
I know.
I didn't even notice.
Yes, sir.
I've never known us to
It's
have
a good
AC.
day.
That's
It's a
crazy.
good day to play cash games at the
Cool.
Palm Beach Kennel Club.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Might have to run down there and deal some high hands.
Cool.
Did I tell you? the Royal and Spades is worth $4,000.
Oh my God!
As
tell
a
me
progressive.
Again. Tell me again for the 6th time. That's pretty good. I hope I deal it.
I mean, your odds of dealing are just as your odds of getting it. As a play, it's just
500,000 to 1.
something like that.
Bruce, Ace King suited.
Bruce be Brucing. Beep 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 beep.
Folding a suited ace. Who's yelling at me?
Where did that buzzing noise come from? I mean, it wasn't here last week, and it's just.
It's a new problem every week, bro.
But who touches those knobs? That's what the question is.
Podcast boys looking at you. I'm looking at podcast boys. Guaranteed. Josh, tell these guys, bro. Stop it. Stop these guys.
They're like, you know what? We're gonna set these numbers for. We're the only ones gonna be doing the right thing.
I wonder if they have issues on the podcast.
You know,
stream.
normally when I watch them, they don't. They're on for like an hour or whatever, and they're happy-go-lucky. They might even have their own soundboard they put in here. We don't even know.
No shot.
I know it's funny. The mute button was on. You're so mad. I was like, we didn't have sound anyways.
That's pretty funny.
It's a good way to start out the stream, though.
How many times have we done that?
Look,
almost
everybody.
50% of the time.
It's Jillian. That's a great name.
Steve.
With 10s on the dealer button. No one's going to believe this. I'm all in.
Chris looks deflated. Looks defeated.
He hasn't won a hand. He's been card dead for the last since he's been on the stream.
I know the feeling, bro.
It's a tough situation. You know, you got to want to get involved in a hand, but at the same time, no one wants to take 357 when first place is 4K. So close to some real money.
Right.
You want to hear the hand that actually got me
Nope.
some chips?
Go ahead.
No, you said no. Never mind. I'm going to go with your first instinct.
I meant it too.
I did. I believe you.
Talking about the cash game that you already told me about?
No, the tournament.
Oh, you folded that one.
Yeah, the cash game I folded. I don't care. Nobody cares what you folded.
Nobody cares about 1-2.
Alec does. he
No,
loves that I represent.
He makes fun of you for playing 1-2.
It's okay. I don't live my life for anyone else. I live it for myself.
Good man, good man.
Listen, it took me years to get to where I'm at.
I feel it.
Peaceful. That's what I was trying to say. Regardless of how much money you have. You know, I had a job once where I was making over 100K a year. But
And you're miserable?
not miserable, but I gave up a lot of hours. It was time for money.
You're not wrong.
Worked
There is something to be said about happiness, whether or not.
Yeah.
Money's not everything. Like, I've had money and been unhappy.
Right.
And I've been happy with no money. So, I don't know.
But you're always
But it does
happier
help.
when you have
It
money.
does help.
It does
Right,
help,
when
right.
it's one
When I
less-
can give away $100.
One less thing to stress about. Josh and Chris are now all in.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Chris-
battle of the kickers.
Chris is in trouble. Chris is in trouble.
And with, well, now he still has the chance to survive. Even if he gets a losing hand, he still has some chips.
Well, Chris is at risk of being crippled if he loses this
Those percentages can't be right because there's chop outs here. Like
Chop
that,
opportunity,
7,
right.
9, a 9, or an ace comes. No, I'm just kidding. 10,
10 bink?
king. All right,
10
so Chris did it.
doubles?
Ace
Wow.
10 for the double up. Yes.
Yikes. And now Josh is crippled.
Right.
I guess I thought Josh was at risk, but I guess Chris was at risk. And wow, what a big hand for Chris.
That's always unfair.
Story of my life. Get it in good and get 3 outer down the turn.
Mm-hmm. That was our boy Jay. He's gonna deal one more hand.
This Jay right here, Hido, I always see him at the tournaments I play.
Yeah, he's a grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I don't see him in the tournaments, I see him grinding 1-2. I'm like, you
Oh,
do
yeah?
great. He's always got like 200-300 extra money in front of him. He's like, yeah, I do all right. He's a pretty good player.
He's a grinder, yeah. He's very solid.
But him, just like trying to think of
Yeah.
the other dealer that just recently joined our crew. We're running bad, so
Brandon?
no.
You talking about he joined the casino? I thought you meant like he joined the stream, the live stream.
No, he joined being a dealer downstairs. Starts with a K. Keith? No. Never mind. Woody's here with Jax. Hamburger got to make the call for 125K. You going to a black screen? We're going to cut the stream. I love how we do that.
No, we still got like 30 minutes.
I know. You would think.
Right. Good point.
Look at this. Hamburger's in a tight little, they call this the tank. And he folds. Yeah, you know, he knows he's flipping at best, right? Sevens versus 2 overcards. Little did he know that Woody had jacks. And he shows. Now he knows.
Shows him the good news.
Good fold. Good fold.
Bye, Steffi.
Everyone.
Is that not crazy? Jesus.
I've been there before. I've been there before when a final table just decided to chop up the, you know?
I've seen it.
But I've also been there in a tournament where there was a big overlay. And he was just so happy.
It's free money at that point.
There's a small blind completing the bet, and Bruce is like, you know, listen, I read the book. If you just call, I'm going to raise. And then he shows an ace. A good read. I mean, he was ahead, so might as well take down the blinds.
Nobody budging, huh? Josh is hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
C10.
Well, the pay jump is good. I mean, it's a good, almost the $90. 447, 357. If he could just wait one more player. Or all in now. As you speak of his name.
Why wait?
Yep. That's a pretty good hand for Steve. I don't know if he wants to isolate here. He's going to raise or he just flat calls. I like the hand. I probably would just flat call to get more action, but we'll see what he does. He takes option number 1, raise. Bruce is like, wait a minute now. There's no bounty, but I'm coming along with King Deuce. And Lenny's like, wait, am I priced in? King 4 is a winnable hand. That's a good place to put it. You don't need that anymore. So Lenny folds, even though he's getting 4-1 on his money. He just says, you know what? It's not worth it. So there's a side pot. Josh is all in for the main. And here's your flop. Queen, 10, 6, 2 hearts.
Josh hits a 6.
That's something. And went check, check on the outside. There's a 5 of diamonds on the turn. Josh is 83% chance to win.
What's the AC temperature in the building, my brothers? I don't know. I'm assuming 85 as usual. 85, 90. Oktay said he went downstairs and it felt better. Than
Oh, it's cool in the cash game.
I don't know. I haven't been down there yet, so I have no clue. Where you been at, bro? I haven't seen you around in a hot minute. Interesting thing is that Josh just tripled up for what, 15K?
Interesting. And the
plus
ante.
The ante,
Plus the ante,
it's
yeah.
a quadruple.
Right,
Twan.
there's the side pot.
Twan, how do you know everybody, dude? This guy knows everybody.
This guy knows everybody, bro.
He's a friendly kind of player.
It's like people in Macau. He's like, let's go, Camille. Like, what?
So
maybe not that far, but
in my $100 post, Brian made a joke. Mr. Vasquez, who likes to punt off money.
Oh, nice. Vacay.
Vacation's all they ever
A
want.
small vacation come up in like 2 weeks, less than a week.
You gotta get away from everywhere. It's pretty good. Clear the mind.
Can't wait to be sitting on a beach.
So Josh has 75K. He's gonna put them all to use here with Ace King.
Might have a drink with an umbrella in it.
Double double. That's always nice. The double double. All right. There we go. Seat 9's your buddy. He's a nice guy. Seems pretty good. And he gets a call here from Steve.
Wow. He literally just was all in for 15.
Right. He's going to show.
He's in good shape to double up again, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Super clean.
Pretty good for both players sharing each other's cards here for the straight draw.
Well, Steve goes from 3 outs to oh no, he still has 3 outs because he's a king. He goes
Right.
from 3 outs to 3 outs.
3 outs, three different outs. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a 9.
And it doesn't happen, so Josh gets that well-needed double up here.
Wow. 2 hands. He went from 15 to 190K. That's crazy.
Never give up. Never give up poker. And Andre boxes the cards for the cameras just so you can see.
Never surrender.
Nah, you know, I think it was a chip reese. No, it wasn't chip reese. It was
no retreat.
No.
No surrender.
All right, Mr. 300. Chip in a chair. It was that guy.
That guy.
People get the story incorrectly, though. He thought he was all in, but actually had a chip.
Shouldn't that technically still be all in?
It technically should have went, but that's not how it went down, though. So.
I mean, that's like an infamous story, of course. The chip in the chair, but.
Jack Strauss. That was his name, Jack Strauss. And he won the tournament with 1 chip. He came back for 1 chip. 1982, when the World Series was only 200 players.
I don't even know if that's possible. I don't even think that's possible nowadays.
Why not? Anything is possible.
Oh yeah, Twan, you're not wrong. He got it in Ace Jack versus Ace 10 and just got 3-outed. But like, I mean, it's a very sick comeback. You know, like 3 hands later, he's got more chips than when he started. I think they both had like 100K stacks when him and Chris got it in.
Yeah, it was 125, 135. He had like 15K
like,
left. Yeah,
exactly.
They left him with 15K.
Now
So
he's got more than when he.
Yeah, so that's always nice. Poker can be unexpected like that, you know. A few hands in a row, you get the momentum going, you get the cards coming. Ace King here for the dealer button. David raised to 40K.
The burglar.
Don't want to mess around with the chip leader.
Easy jam all in.
Drop the hammer. Now let's see what Dave does. Does he have a premium? Was he just making a move?
He instantly asked for a count. He's still giving us the Maurice Hawkins treatment. Not putting his cards in the box.
You know he's going to fold, but he just won't take the time. Yeah. Just in case they're watching. I don't want to look like a pushover.
This guy. Baba Yaga.
There's another John Wick movie came out.
Ballerina.
Did you see it?
Nope.
You not a movie fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I recently saw John Wick 4 for the first time. It was all right.
Yeah, I thought it was all right, too.
You know, it's an action flick.
Club scene would have been better if there was, like, titties and stuff. And you know?
Oh, buddy. This is a family-friendly environment here, bro.
I'm just telling you. Any movie.
We gamble and seek blood. Leave body parts out of it, okay? But, yeah, you're not wrong.
The blinds have not gone up. They're still 10K, 15K. Nobody's been eliminated. They're all fighting here. Steve F with the blue hat. Is holding.
As just as you say, we've never seen elimination.
Yeah.
Lenny's
been a
jamming,
while.
putting himself in the same situation I put myself in yesterday.
With that same hand?
I had 10 bigs.
Okay. You had king queen. You jammed, and you ran into ace king.
Ace queen.
Oh.
Same thing. 3 outs.
There's
Oak.
your call. Here we
Did you get
go.
100 likes yet, Oak? Twan is
I think we're at 40. 40 likes.
Yeah, it's not
Twan.
coming, bro. Actually, tell your friends, Twan. You have a million friends. Tell your friends, bro. Let's get some of this free money, boy.
Free money.
Let's get some of this free money.
Did you make you said you made a like, right? You're in the mix.
What? Yeah.
What?
Oh
2
my God,
Jack,
heart draw.
6 heart draw. Backdoor?
Oh, never mind. That deuce is not a heart, is
Now
it?
you sounding like me.
Oh my God, a straight draw. Brett.
Almost.
What a sweat.
Our first elimination, Lenny.
Wow. It took like an hour and a half for us to lose one player.
That's been a long time.
That was crazy.
Lenny's going to walk away with $357. There are your payouts. Real quickly. They're on. Now they're gone. $100 likes.
Yeah, that is sad because Twan, you're so like supportive of all your friends, and the one time you ask for support, that's like the story of my life right there, bro. I'd be like there for all my friends, and then you find out who your real friends are. When you need them, they're not there for you. All you needed was 40 more likes.
No, the confusing part is that when you share a post like that, though, they have to go
they might
to.
like yours.
That's what I'm saying.
They might like his
right.
share
like
as opposed
his,
to going to the actual
my
post.
Right.
Make sure you put an edit in there, Twan. Make sure you click on the link and then go to the
right.
to the like.
Or get a couple of your friends and say that you guys will share it either
Tell
way.
your neighbors. Tell your friends.
I mean,
Josh is all in.
$25 is better than
Oh
nothing.
my God, he got a snap called? What? Oh, Steve is short.
Steve is short, yeah.
Two
Steve,
shorties going at it.
113K.
2 shorties going at it, and the really bad news for Steve is that he is dominated.
Oh yeah.
Yikes!
Turn that ball cap around. Let's go, rally cap. Oh, different game, different sport.
Oh my God! He flops the nuts.
Wow!
He flops the absolute nuts with Queen 10. 3 outer for the
10 for the suck out of the river. Oh,
Brett.
Close. 9.
Wow, sick. And so Josh takes another bad beat. That's 2 bad beats in like the past orbit or 2. Like,
just when he got those chips back
sure
up. Yeah.
It was about an orbit or 2 ago that this just.
That's when poker's not fun.
Brutal.
Demoralizing. Things are supposed to go your way. That's why sometimes when the chopper's offered, like, you know what? Some money's better than no money. Because things like that happen in poker all the time. And trust me, you're not the only one. Twan, you coming back for the 100K? Going to Vegas anytime soon?
3 weeks from now.
3 weeks.
Also, where'd you go to vacation?
You think if I put my notice in now, I can play that tournament?
3 weeks from now?
Just
no,
kidding.
You have to get paid your last paycheck before you could. Yeah,
right,
I already know that. I know that because I remember Jacob telling Terry.
Terry that factor?
Yeah.
Right.
Terry's back, by the way.
I know.
Terry's back.
All right, Josh. Let's try this one.
Going
King,
for it again.
Queen.
This is a little tilty jam. I mean, like he has a hand, but like it just looks angry, right? It looks
yeah,
tilty.
Dave's gonna make the call.
And Dave's got a lot of chips.
Yeah, so he wants to suck out.
So we're gonna have another one. What are we chopping? A steak dinner?
Interesting.
We're gonna chop up some Happy Meals, boy. Another situation where Josh is way ahead. Let's see how this one goes for him.
I'd quit poker for a week if he loses this one.
He's 2 out of what is he? 2 out of 3 right now.
Queen for both players.
King high still good.
Yeah, just got to fade the out. So there's only 2 outs left in the deck. 5 on the turn.
Fade the ocho.
Safe on the river. A 9.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So what, he's now 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, 50-50. But he gets them when he needs them, though.
He lost one, then he won one, then he lost one, then he won one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the critical time is when you're you're at risk. Yeah.
Right. More importantly, knock you out of a tournament. First hit from Baba Yaga. First time I think I've seen Dave lose a hand on this final table. Uh-oh. Some people are discussing after that hand if you want to chop. And
Discussion.
there's always
Discussion. Well, we can't hear the discussion, but
we can't hear them. There's always someone saying, I don't
doesn't matter to
mind.
me. I just saw Bruce say it. Doesn't matter to me.
Looks like he's trying to throw the negotiation out there, trying to convince some people to do it. David might be the only player to say, I don't want to. He's a chip leader.
No,
you know?
I think he already said yes.
Okay. Did you click the like for the $100?
Yeah, I shared it.
Is he? And you
Like,
shared it?
Follow, share. Doesn't matter if I share anything. I don't have any friends on Facebook.
Oh, you got at least one friend.
I got mad posts that have 0 likes on it.
My shit, so I shared it. It said if you
Ain't
want
nobody care about me.
Yeah, but they can't like your post.
So anyways,
They can click onto your post.
yeah.
Yeah, they have to click on my post, yeah. There are some random names I've seen there. And there's one person asked me to be a friend request. And I was like, you can have the money, but we're not being friends. Hey, that's us.
I feel like you should talk because I don't even know if you hear me. Can you hear me?
When you do
Can you hear
that,
me?
they can hear you very clearly when you put your microphone
So
like that.
anyways, I'm going to put the microphone in my mouth. This is like unprecedented, I'm going to say. This is like unprecedented. We have ourselves an 8-way chop. I'm going to go ahead and assume that these guys know that nobody's budging and all the short stacks keep doubling up. So here's what actually happened. We have an 8-way chop. When was the last time you ever seen an 8-way chop?
Been a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen one here.
Okay, well, there you go.
So the top prize for Bruce, because he had a mountain of chips, he's got 2,164. Everybody gets at least $1,000.
David
Let's
wasn't a
see.
chip leader, though?
David,
You said Bruce.
No. David has 630K.
Right.
He gets 2078. Steve Blue Hat, 150K, 1126. Bruce with the mountain, he has them by like 60K in chips. They have a very similar stack. He has 2164. That's the big stack. Hamburglar next to him, 340K. He's got 1549. Woody has 200K. He's got 1202. Tattoo Steve has 1448. Chris, my boy Chris Flores, representing Miami Highline, 1328. And then Josh, the comeback kid from 15K 2 orbits ago,
made it to the chop.
has 230K and he gets 1273. That's wild.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's actually insane.
Why? If you're on that table and the hands have been going around like that for such a long period of time, would you agree to a chop?
I'm just not going to be the one guy who says no. Like I've
yeah,
said,
there
if anybody else says no, I'll be like, yeah, no.
No, let's
But if everybody says yes, I'll be like, okay. Everybody makes $1,000. Everybody just made $1,000 for no reason.
For great reasons.
For no reason. No, for no reason. So, anyways,
what?
Have a good night. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Oktay are going to go downstairs and deal some bad beats.
Bad
high
beats.
High hands. High
progressives.
Hands, Royal Flush. Spades.
The Royal Flush and Spades, $4,000. Come and get it.
Check us out tomorrow, Saturday night, the Flagship Bounty, streaming live here at 3 o'clock-ish. 3 o'clock-ish.
Yep. Hopefully the mics are working really well for everybody.
Don't forget to click all the buttons, like, follow, share, subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends, like this guy's post. Follow this guy on Facebook. Do people even use Facebook anymore?
It's a one-time thing. It's only for $100. Nobody cares.
Have a good night, everybody. We love you.
All right, thank you very much.